Well, it's showtime. Don't see anyone in here yet. See if anybody shows up. What have I been up to? Well, guess I'll wait to see if somebody comes in here. I could just ramble on what I've been up to, but anyways, I had a busy day today. Had to do some work down at the apartments and do a little bit of management and change locks and paint some doors and stuff like that. I had help, thankfully. We got it done. We got back here. I just didn't get back here as early as I wanted to. Kind of wanted to clean up this area here a little bit. I've been a little busy with different things going on. Hey, Susan, how are you? Let's see if we can grab a link. I'm going to put a link up here, and anyone that comes in, they're going to have the cameras on and wave to me. I'd love to have people up here. There we go. You're welcome to come up if you like, Susan, and if you don't, that's fine, okay, too. But as I was saying, I was busy down in my mother's apartments. I had to change the lock on the door, had to paint a door, trying to get the place ready for somebody to move into before the beginning of February. Just got somebody out. It's hard to find people that want to do what they're supposed to do sometimes. Pay the rent on time and stuff like that. Personally, if it was my place and I was renting them out, not my mother doing it, not her place, I would have either a property management outfit or a real estate agent do the work, and you go out. Oh, go get out of here. Out. Sorry about that. Had an interruption. Not allowed in here. To manage apartments, yeah, it's can be a pain, but that's if it was my personal apartments, and when it becomes mine, then I'm going to go ahead and let somebody else do the headache and not have the headache myself. But my mother's 90; she really can't do it anymore, and I'm trying to take care of her. And Ming is doing great. That wasn't Ming that came in here; it was actually one of the cats that's not a very clean cat, and I just don't want her in here because I can't trust her. So she can go back out there in the other room and do her thing there. She's a pretty cat, but she just don't stay clean. One I took in and everything. But I tend to take in cats if they get thrown out front or whatever, or they're wandering around. Got a soft spot in the heart here. My mother, on the other hand, she takes in people. she takes in people and tries to help them and tries to steer them in the right direction, and it doesn't work out good. So we had a kind of a knockdown drag out with that this past week here with somebody that wasn't doing something that they should, and we had to tell them they had to go. But it works out after eventually. It comes around. It's interesting. Now we'll see how well she let me actually do the job that she wants me to do. She hasn't in the past. I've tried 3 or 4 times to take over for her because she wants me to, and then she'll go behind. She ain't happening fast enough to find someone or whatever. She'll take just about anyone that comes along, and we had a serious talk with that today too. And I said, you can't do that. You gotta if you want me to do this job, you gotta let me do the job. And that means the people are gonna have to have a background check. They're gonna have references, and they're gonna have to have a written, not a verbal, a written agreement, which I have to do that in the next few days. I have to write up the rental agreements, and there's certain things that have gone on in the past that is going to be in the rental agreement that if that kind of behavior happens in the future, then it ain't going to happen because they're going to find that they're going to be not there. And I don't want to be nitpicking, but you kind of got to in some senses. It's a fire hazard to allow smoking in the building, and that's never been allowed. That's not allowed in the building. It's always been you're supposed to be outside. But then you got people that they want to smoke pot. Yeah, okay, it's legal in the state that we're in Maine. It's legal here. And if they want to go back and they want to do it, that's fine. I just don't want them doing it in the apartments. Inside, indoors, no. That is not a cool thing, and smoking cigarettes is not going to be something we're going to tolerate either. If they want to do it, they're more than welcome to go outside. There's plenty of place out there that they can go. Summertime, wintertime, doesn't matter. And do it. And candles, that's another very dangerous thing that I don't want to allow have in there. Candle gets knocked over, place gets burned down, then what? Somebody might even get killed. It's just, don't have to have them. If people was responsible, I guess that it might be okay, but it's just, no, you got a cat, you got a cat and a candle, they two don't mix. You could knock it over or something. It happens. And I just want to make the place as safe as possible for everybody. Because it's not just one apartment, it's 4 apartments in all, including my mother's. Yeah, I do too. I hear what you. I know. Yeah, outside smoking. Yeah, but I hear what you're saying too there, Redneck Connection. I do understand theirs. They want to be able to do it inside and that, but I got to think of the other tenants that's in the building. They may not be smokers, and it's much safer. I mean, we got fire. You got all the fires. There's fire extinguishers. There's smoke detectors. It's all that way, but. I had to change the lock today on the back door, that fire escape door. It's not really. It could be it could be considered a back entrance to one of the upstairs apartments, but no. There's a front door. There's a front entrance. There's really no need for anyone coming in the backyard, walking past my mother's windows, or walking around the other side of her garage to go up back and go in up into the back apartment by that way. They can go through the front, go right through their front door into their apartment. Okay. Wouldn't let you write it that way. Okay. That is strange. Well, I guess it's their new thing. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so how is everybody doing? The link is up above. I can put another one in here. If anyone wants to come up, I'd love to have you come up. There we go. I just asked that you have your camera on and wave. That's the only requirements. Just to be safe. Um, yeah, I hear you. Terrible. It's terrible. I mean, well, it's not offensive to me. It's only offensive to YouTube apparently, and a lot of people it's not offensive to. But maybe it is to some, but not me. What have I got upcoming? I'm going to be trying to get out to do some videos out around about in the state of Maine here. Some sightseeing like videos, just get out for a drive. Maybe go see some frozen waterfalls if there's still any frozen after today. It was 50 something. It was nice out today. Very warm, but I guess it's going to get nasty tomorrow. We're going to get tonight and tomorrow is going to be bad. Mostly tomorrow, but towards 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, it's going to start. Got a lot of, I guess up to a half an inch of ice coming. Right. Yeah. Right. Is if your name is George, would it be offensive? No. They just, I don't know. They don't think. Common sense is gone. It's gone out the window. The world is very different from when I grew up. None of this technology, it's all changed. It's different. I ain't saying it's bad. It's just different. It's got its good points, got its bad points. That's okay, Susan. Not a problem. It's fine. Somebody might show up that wants to come up here, and I hope. But anyway, if they don't, I'll just sit here and talk. I can be winded. Some other things that I'm going to want to do. I want to get out and do some fire chasing, I guess, chasing the firemen, chase them around a little bit. Do listen to the scanner and go do some videos on what's going on in the area. That's not going to be all of the things I do. I want to get some ice fishing in this winter if we ever get some ice. Only got like 5 to 7 inches per the oil man talking with him today. And that's, yeah, you can walk out on it, but I don't like that. I like at least a good 9-10 inches under me before I feel a little bit on the safe side. And I don't think it's been all that cold, really. We've had a few cold nights, but yeah, I got a scanner. It's where is it? Is it here? I think no, it's in my bedroom. It's not actually in this room. It's in my bedroom. It's a handheld, and I do have one that's a mobile one or base. It's both. But I need to get a good antenna for it. The back of the set antenna just won't cut it in the vehicle or in the house. It's funny because the little tiny short antenna that is probably about like that long. It's a rubber ducky antenna. That's on the portable comes in better than the back of the set antenna does. It's on the other one. My trains. I've been trying to figure out what I want for a layout, but I did set them up for display. I can do that slower. Let's do it a little bit slower. And I got the styrofoam, as you can see, on the table. Got that all kneaded out and cut out. And it's just a matter now. I've got to figure out what I want for a layout. And then I can start collecting all the track together that I need for that layout. I've got a lot of different pieces of track in there, but I'm not totally sure that I want to go with that type of track that I have. It's the Atlas Code 8. It's the Code 80 track. I'm actually kind of leaning to the Digitrax system, which would mean spending some money to buy the new track. Or if I do go with this, then I've probably got to just, figure out what that layout takes for track, get the pieces all in a pile that go for that, and then start putting it together, just to see how it fits out on there, and then draw it out on the board, on the styrofoam. Put the road bed down and then put that down. Use cork road bedding underneath that on top of the styrofoam. Or there's other ways of doing it too, which I've been watching because I had HO years ago. I had an HO set, which is a bigger size than that. HO is 1/87th scale, 1/87, and this is 1/160, 1/160th. So of real. So even though I had over by 19, I think when I got that, 1970 cost of living standards, the way things were, how things cost back then. When I got that HO set, it came out of a guy's cellar, and there was over $1,500 worth of track, trains, you name it, that was in his layout. That he sold the whole layout, and he sold it to my father because he worked at the railroad with my father. He sold it at a real good price for $800 for like $1,500 of worth of stuff for 800, and not having a dry cellar, we had nowhere to set it up. Never got to set it up. So I don't know why we didn't think of putting it in this room, but we didn't. Yeah, actually, I do know why, because we had so much HO stuff that it wouldn't fit in this room. Where do I go on the ice to fish? I like Weber Pond is one that I like a lot in Vassarboro, Maine. I haven't done that, and I have not been on that for, oh gosh, maybe 6, 7 years, because somebody, like that amount of time ago, somebody took over the control of the dam that's on it, and they just let it run. It's never shut down. It's never totally shut down, or shut down so that it's only running a little bit in the winter. They let it run pretty wild. You lived in Vassar, so you know where Weber Pond is. You know what the outlet of that is like, I'm sure. Yeah, they took somebody else took over that dam there, and it runs enough so that it's open water there all year round. It's hard to get onto that lake anywhere unless you knew somebody that has land that's not near the dam, or you could get permission from, say, the campground that's on there. It'd be the only way that I would know of that you could get onto that lake. You can't go to the public landing and get on most of the time. It'd have to be super, super cold weather before that would ever freeze. It's a wonderful pond. I loved it. I caught my only brown trout that came out of that pond first. Excuse me. First brown trout I ever got, and the only one that I ever had, can't have got yet, came out of Weber. I caught a pickerel there one year that was winning. Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles. Hi, welcome. It's going good. Very good. We're getting things done here slowly. And I'm getting better. I'm getting a little more healthier. I got some medicine, so my cold's getting better. Might not sound it, but it actually is. Things are breaking up now. The pond that I go to probably most now is 3 Mile Pond, which is in China, which is not far from Vassarboro, not far from Weber at all. It actually dumps into Weber, and I go out there, and I've had some good times out there too. And then I also I think I have a video up on here of it, or of it's in my introductory one for sure. Some of the pictures of the portable shack and stuff that is on a lake. That lake is Emden Pond up in Emden, and like to go up there too. I'm probably going to do some more of that because my sister-in-law has her house is up there near the lake. Not, it's like right next door to the lake. It's not right on the lake, but she's got access to the lake, deeded access. So we're gonna go there. And another great lake that I like here in Maine is Clearwater Lake in Industry. That's where I got my biggest fish to date that I actually got and landed. And that was I think it was 22, 23 inch, about 2.5, 3 pound lake trout. I got that out at 118 feet of water, and I was 3 feet off the bottom when I caught it. So I was 115 feet down. Hey, Kane, hello, how are you? Welcome. Let me post the link here again if anyone wants to come out. Just in case anyone would like to come up and join me, there's the link. All I ask is you wave and have your camera on. And then I'm supposed to look down somewhere and see if there is. But if I don't notice, please do tell me you're down there. I don't want to leave you in the basement. I spent time in basements. And I don't want to spend much time in my basement, not in this house. It's not wet, it's just damp. The water goes in, goes out, but it runs across the floor doing it, and that's something we got to get straightened out here. I had somebody come and look at it. Yes, definitely, sure. I'd love to have them come up here. Yeah, anyone can come up on here that wants to. All I ask is you just have your camera on and wave to me so I know it's not somebody that ain't supposed to be. I don't really want that to happen. I want good times, have a good conversation, whatever. Yeah, you can certainly ask Grandpa to join me. I guess I don't know, maybe it's getting out, maybe it isn't getting out. I don't know how the notifications are getting out. I did put them on Facebook that I was coming on here, so and I put it on for that'd be great. Come on up. Just I'd love to have you up here. Definitely Roland Homestead. Yeah. Come on right up. Just camera on and wave. Or I'll ask you how many fingers I'm holding up. You got it. Okay, thank you, Susan. Was that on Facebook? Yeah, I am kind of alone. I'm here with the dog and the cats, and I don't know if the other boarder here, the other young fella helps me out, is in here, if he Went for a ride there with my wife. They going to go see a friend that's in the hospital that's dying. Um, Rather sad, young fella, and everything. And I met him just once, and it's more my wife's, my wife's friends and everything, and her friend's friend, and they're going up to see him. I guess he's in Bangor, but yeah. So, oh, you don't have me on Facebook. So it came on the regular. Well, that's good. It's on the regular notifications. Good. I really don't. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. They had one other friend that passed this last fall too, and now this one, and I almost was just going to leave a notice on here and go, but I only met him once, so I told her, go ahead and send my condolences and that, and leave it at that. Terry is today. Oh, okay. I'll have to be watching for that when I get off of here. I'll be here another hour and a half or so. See how it goes. Yeah. So how has everyone been, anyways? Has anyone heard how the people, any of our friends down Texas way and that's been doing? Actually, I have been in Grandpa's stream before. I've been up on his panel, Kane. I was on his panel a couple nights ago, I believe. And I think we're actually, depending on how the weather is and whether or not I can do it, if I think I'll have some time at some point this coming week that he and I are actually going to hang out a bit, and maybe we'll go live together. I don't know, at his place or whatever. He's not very far from me. He's only like 12, 15 miles away, so it's not a big thing to jump in the old truck and drive up there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Kane. I think I'm going to be doing that this within the next week or two. I am probably going to be doing that. It's kind of one of those things that's a little on the odd side, but it's how life is sometimes. I have actually met Grandpa and didn't even realize it at first. I mean, I didn't personally. I mean, I personally met it and seen him, but didn't. We didn't talk very long. But it was on the street in Skowhegan, and he had Luna out walking, and they went by where I was working one day, and I actually, gave Luna a pat, and she gave me a kiss and all that good stuff. And you got school on Monday. Oh, Lord help me. I want to go back to that prison. Ah, yeah, well, it's a double thing actually. I don't know. Is Roland trying to come up? I don't see anything. I don't see anybody down where. Oh, hang on a minute. Just a minute. I apologize for the interruption. I had to take that call. I couldn't let it go. What the heck was that? That's MOM. Worried if I didn't see the cat. This one or that one, the cat. I guess her black cat's missing. I hadn't saw the. I didn't see the cat, anyways. But yeah, Rosanna, it's pretty up here, but you know, you're out there. You could go and do some video on the sites around there. Can you wave at me? Yeah. All right. Add to stream. Hi there.
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Welcome.
Well, thank
Good.
you.
Let's see how we get this looking a little bit better. There we go.
There you go.
I was cut in half. That's starting to feel like I had a split personality.
Yeah. How's everybody doing today?
Doing good. I got some stuff done down at my mother's for her and on the apartments and stuff, and took care of some issues.
Yeah, we all got those. Trying to get everything set up here, and I'm downloading a new video, so I got a lot of stuff on the burner right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's cool. I got to get out and take some new videos. I got some old stuff that I want to try to get up too, but I got to learn my editing.
Yeah, that's a big portion of it right there is editing. You got that right.
It hasn't gotten to where I like it yet, so it'll come eventually.
It always does. You know, it's a work in progress is what it always is.
Yep, it is. And for now, I'll just do the best I can with it, and hopefully everyone will like it. And
then when you get bigger and bigger and bigger, the stuff gets more expensive and harder to do. So
yeah. And right now I'm on a pauper's budget. This is famine time for me. We haven't had any snow. I've been out plowing twice and broke down both times, and that's it. So
yeah, it's been a rough winter for everybody. I'm hoping that our 7-day winter challenge that's coming up here in February is going to be as nice and snowy and cold as they're saying.
Yeah. Now what's that all about?
It is it's 4 guys from all across the U.S. We've got one in Texas, we got one in Michigan, we have me in Wisconsin, and we have one in Iowa. I'm sorry. And we are all going to come up here to experience Wisconsin's extreme sub-zero temperatures for 7 days. And we're going to stay in things that we build out in the wild.
Oh, cool. Cool.
We're hoping that it does get to sub-zero. The outlook for it is snow the first 4 days, and then the last 3 days we're supposed to get into sub-zero temperatures. So,
wow,
That could change.
that'll be awesome.
Mark, I gotta take the auto pans
And
out.
you'll be videoing it, I imagine.
yeah, we are.
Awesome.
I'm gonna flip over to my share this thing out screen, Mike. I'm gonna go take some cast iron pans out of the oven. I'm conditioning them for the trip, so I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay. That is cool. And people please do. Check him out. He's great channel. and has a lot of great content. Way farther ahead than I am. And everything. Grandpa's not feeling good, King? What's up? I hope he feels better too. Oh, okay. All right, I see. It was his son on the weekend. Yeah, you mentioned he was going to his son's, so I think he did go to his son's. I think he mentioned that he wasn't going to be on. Now that I think back on it, lot of things to remember. And I'm not the greatest at memory. I'm not bad at it, but I'm not great at it either. It's funny, some things that I do remember and some things that I don't. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. And well, I'm kind of weird anyway too, I guess. But in a sense.
All right, there we go. Sorry I left you up here all alone, Mike.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's got to come out when it has to come out.
I had to. We are getting their pans ready for the camping trip, and I've got my lodge cast iron pans that I'm not reconditioning. I'm just making sure that they're seasoned really well to go out there and being on the fire. So
Yeah, we got one. We have the Big Daddy one.
yep, I got the 8-inch to 10-inch, the Dutch oven. I have one of the I cook wraps and stuff on. They're delicious. If anybody that likes to make like tortilla wraps, steak fajitas or anything like that, you get a nice cast iron, you season it, and you take the store-bought wraps and you just put them on there for a little bit to heat them up, and they'll just start to brown and bubble. They're delicious. They just change the whole flavor of a wrap.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, it's been a rough day already. Been busy.
Busy day, huh?
Busy day.
Why don't you get off there? I don't. Sometimes phones just don't cooperate.
They never do. That's why I call them dumb phones, not smartphones.
Yeah. Well, the phone's fat. The phone. The phone's fat. Yeah.
I always blame it on the phone, not me.
Right. Yes. You got to be smart to run the darn phone.
Yeah. Rosanna, good to meet you. Suzanne, great to meet you. Kane, good to meet you. I have not been on Mike's live stream. This is my first time for me over here.
It is. Yes. Glad to have you up here too. It's kind of lonely up here. Oh. Well, what I was trying to do was see if I could find the Big Daddy fry pan. Because I don't remember.
It might be the 15-inch Lodge pan.
This thing is huge.
Oh.
I mean, huge. I think it's somewhere in the range of 30 inches. It's huge.
Wow.
It's a huge pan. I could probably just walk out in the kitchen and get it, but I really don't want to do that. I should have had it here. Maybe I'll have it here when we. Is that it? I almost think it's this one. What's it say it is? It don't say. Don't say the size. Of course not.
Yeah, they never want to say their size of it.
But there it is right there.
Oh, that's nice. Big
That's
old angle on there.
Oh yeah, it's a huge one. We got that. We didn't get the cover for it because the place we bought it at, up in the forts, didn't have the cover to go with it. But we got that, and then my wife, she takes just about everything that she's got in the cooler, especially if it's like a lot of times wait towards the end of when we're done, we're ready to go home. Takes whatever's left over for the meats, throws them in there with some potatoes and carrots and whatnot, and cooks it all together with a can of beer dumped in it.
There you go. That sounds really good.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking like sausage and steaks and deer steak and whatever happens to be left around, bacon or whatever.
Yeah, the more the especially with a new cast iron pan, the fattier it is, the better the. Well, that's weird. My camera or whatever is going on there.
Went gray for a minute there.
Yeah, the fattier the substance when you first do a conditioning of either new cast iron, that flavors will soak in there. So we like to use same thing. We like to fry a bacon the first couple times in there to get that oil flavor in there. Some of the fattier meats, makes that seasoning a lot better.
A lot of the times that's all we use to go camping. I mean, I got a Chateau camper. It's a 21 footer. You know, it's got everything. It's got the gas, the propane stove inside and the oven and all that. We don't even use it. Most of the time she does it in that frying pan. Cooks it right out on the fire.
Yeah, talking about fires, I have to hang on a second here. I haven't been on there messing around with this stuff for a while. You always have your sets ready to go, and and then as soon as you do something different, there we go. I know there's been a lot of people, and I think you were one asking a while back. You were on our live stream asking how to set up the OBS and how to set up our live streams the way that we do. Am I right?
Yeah, you're all right. And everything came up all at once. And I got busy.
Yep. Yeah, me too here. There's so much. We are going to be doing a series just on how to take your live streams to the next level. So if you're looking to, if you can, with the studios, we sit in a studio and we do our live stream, so it's a little bit different for us. But as far as the software that we use, the equipment that we use, the cameras that we use, the mics that we use, all that stuff, we're going to have a series coming out, and we're going to take it step by step to show you how you can improve your live streams, which software we like, which software that we don't like, your free version, your paid versions, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to go through all that here. As soon as we get back from our in February, we get back from our winter challenge, we're going to start doing that.
Nice.
Series. So
nice. I'll be looking forward to that because I don't. Right now, I'm on Logicam, but I don't think it's the 920. I thought it was, but I don't think it is now.
For those guys, I'll give you a little secret. For those guys that are using Logitech's cameras, Logitech came out at the end of last year. I think it was right around in December, might have been even November. They came up with a new update software for their Logitech cameras, which allows you to stream right from that. It allows you to have some background. It has a Corona key.
Wow.
It has all that stuff. So you just got to go and download. Logitech is called Capture Video, and or Capture Cam or something like that. It's really neat on how it works, and it gives you another option if your computer can't do like you see right now in the backgrounds and stuff and can't run the high tech stuff. If you just have a basic setup, Logitech has came out with some software to help you so you can do a pretty decent stream.
I'm hoping this one should. It's I'm on a laptop, but it's not an old one. It's only a year old, so.
Nobody. Yeah, there's we dig into your software, your graphics card. We dig into all that stuff to figure out the best situation for you, and we've helped a few other guys out. and I've got them up to par. So
That ain't gonna tell me anything, is it?
no, you got to go into your system on your computer, and you have to actually dig into the software and stuff like that. What you got?
Yeah. All it says here is AMD quad core A10 9620p. That's the processor. 8 gigabyte DDR4 system memory. Yeah. I got pretty good. I look funny that way, didn't I? I have pretty good download and upload speeds on this thing too. So
That's awesome.
I got. I think it was like I was getting 10.7 or something up. So
Let's see if I can.
and that's on life. I could run a speed test, but
Let's throw in some more stuff in here, make this interesting. You know, one of the things that we did is that we always trying to make things better. Just because we want our viewers to, for number one, is be able to hear us, see us clearly, and everything else as much as we possibly can, and then it gives them ideas what they can do with their live stream. So it really, we in 2020 here, we're really going to turn it up a notch, and try to get the best picture quality. We're actually testing out now to do the 4K live stream. We ran some tests. It works out really good. I like what I see so far. We got the cameras that can do it, so it gives you a whole different dimension on live streaming when you see it like that.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, 0.0 down right now, but it's 8 point something up. So that's probably because I got so much coming down on it right now. Hey, that is a crazy messed up test that I just ran. But I'm on Wi-Fi too. I'm not connected right straight in.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that, you know, where there's so many things that you can do. And right now is the flag is actually, this is a C90 camera. And then if I go to my Canon, my DSLR, there's the picture quality versus that. So you can see you see a definite difference in the picture quality between the two of them. So
yeah, I don't have the money right now. I wished I did, because there is a DLSR camera that's at the pawn shop that I would love to get a hold of.
yeah, you could find some really good camera deals and steals at the pawn shops. I know a lot of my friends and computers and stuff like that. People come in on fortunate events, and you can pick them up pretty good. So
I'm doing a blank right now on what one it is. I can't think of the designation of it, but I looked it up, and the bodies are going for 500 alone.
yeah, the one that we're using is a Canon Rebel 2. That's a DSLR. That's my go-to camera, and then I have my Canon camcorder that we use a lot too, and then we got the GoPros. And what's really cool with the GoPros is we figured out how you can hook them up to your live stream, and you can use the 4K quality coming off the GoPros to do live streams. So the new GoPros are coming out, and they're fabulous, and what the things you can do with them.
Yeah. This one's one of the older ones. It's they don't support it any longer. But I wished I could remember what it is. I'll figure that out next time I see you. I'll let you know. It's a good one. It's very good, and I'd like to snag it. If it don't go before I get the money, then I will snag it. But I think it's been there a while.
Yeah, most people don't buy cameras in the wintertime. They usually your cameras and all that stuff will go up in the springtime because everybody's looking for a new camera for shooting stuff in the winter or the summertime. So usually in the winter, you're going to find cameras a lot cheaper.
Kane don't have a computer. Must be on his phone. That's kind of a computer, but it's not a computer. But
Maybe some phones have come a long way.
the one I got, the Note 9, has got more than my first 5 computers put together had.
Yeah, computers have come a long way.
Yeah.
Well, I see my video is done.
Nice.
So you guys all take care. I got to jump off of here and start going and getting this taken care of. So you take care of yourself, Mike, and I'll catch up with you soon.
You do too, and we'll see you again. Thank you for coming up.
You bet.
Oh yeah, it was very nice of him to come up here. Yeah, we'd like to see yours too, King, but he says he don't. You can go on StreamYard with your phone if it's, but is it a Android or is it iOS? Is it Apple? That's the question I was asking Kane. Is it a Android or a Apple product? Apple phone, iPhone. There we go. It's Android, then you should have no trouble at all coming up here. We post the link again. Paste that in. Just have your camera on, YouTube muted, and wave to me. All you have to do is click on that link, and it should bring you right up here next to me. Yeah, I'm waiting. Patiently waiting. Don't get nervous. It's no biggie. Really. No big deal. Well, I mean, if you have a video conference, then I could understand maybe. First time on StreamYard. Well, it was the first time for everything, gang. It's easy, really. It's telling me that charging is done. Nice. I can uncharge that, and I can have Google. Oh, yep, I don't know, something. Guess it weren't too important. Weren't my phone, so that's good. Why you give me a hard time here, Google? You want to get turned on, don't you? There we go. I might have to ask you something. Okay. Can you just wave? Okay, yep. All right. Add to stream. There you are.
Hello, Mike.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Welcome.
Oh my God, it's my first. It's my first time on the panel.
Yeah, it's the first time for everything, buddy. And Google's coming alive here.
I wish I can see the chat.
To your right,
There we go. Or wait. Live
You-
comment. There we go. I see it.
Yeah, you can see them. You have to not. You can't actually post on them, but you can at least see it. That's something I gotta bring up to StreamYards. They ought to let everybody be able to post on. I can post, but nobody else.
You can just go up. There's not many people here.
No, I think there's like one besides this. Is that right?
Is Rosanna on?
She was. She went. Oh, she was going to go look at something. She was going to go look at yours. So
Oh,
she'll be here right now. She was going to go look at your post, your video. Yeah, yeah. Don't be nervous. It's pretty cool up here.
I'm not nervous. It's just my first time.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm nervous every time I get ready to go live, but that's all right. It's all right. It's all good.
Hi, Rosanna.
She's saying, "Good to see ya."
Oh my God. Private chat. Nope.
You can come up too, Rosanna.
Rosanna, come up.
We got room for
Join the crew.
a few more here. Yeah, anybody can come on up. I mean, nobody else comes and joins on the chat. Well, nobody joins on the chat. We'll just chat and do it live or.
Rosanna, I want to tell you something. Do you want me to go on the panel with Grandpa on Tuesday? I will go up there. Mike looks frozen.
I'm not frozen. I'm just spacing out a little bit, maybe. Rosanna's yes, but that's I don't see her coming up yet. I don't know if she's coming up here or not.
Hi, Susan.
Hi, Susan.
Rosanna, come up here. Me and Mike are alone.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Thanks for calling me cute, Rosanna.
2 live viewers. Well, I guess Dave's not Dave as in Grandpa, but Dizzy's crew didn't follow along. I thought he was going. Oh well, he just up and decided that he'd had enough and needed some time to himself. And yeah, I guess you can understand that. He's 4 years with never missing a Saturday night, unless he's on. He just was joking. I don't think he. I think he seemed pretty serious. I can tell. I can look on the phone. See, that's the good thing I have.
Rosanna, I want you to come up here with me and Mike. Please, we are both alone.
So, until phone inbox. Oh, I know where everyone is. Everybody's on everything spicy's. Everything spicy is live. League of Fire.
Rosanna, I go to school on Monday. Where are you going to school? Oh my God, Rosanna.
No, we're not. We got you two here. That's good. I appreciate that. Like hanging out. You just took a shower and not ready to be seen. Oh. Well,
Is that Diet Pepsi?
that is, yeah.
I hate Diet Pepsi.
Yeah, I got stuck on diet stuff because the doctor said it's better for you. And now I got a different doctor and they say, it ain't so good for you. Do they really? I ain't going back. Oh man, I got a phone call. Which,
Why is my hair this way? Oh, wait. Okay, there we go.
sorry about that. I'd just be a second. Can you just hang down and hold down the fort for me a little bit?
Yeah.
I just go to the other room for a second. I got to tell somebody something. I can't get a hold of them, so they get a hold of me.
No chemical mic.
Sweet. Oh my God.
Rosanna, I live in California.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Thank you. Did you say
You're
you was in
welcome.
You say you was in California?
Yep.
I've never seen the West Coast. We're about as far apart probably as we can get. I'm in Maine. Yeah, I'm not far from Grandpa. But yeah, California, I got a cousin that's out there somewhere.
Susan says, welcome back, Mike.
Okay, Mike, I don't know what you mean, Susan. If you mean herbs, I'm not doing that. Not tonight. Yes, no. I can't do the regular soda now. I'm used to that. I get used to that, and now the other stuff tastes like that. So I'm cutting it down though. I'm drinking more water.
Wow, Rosanna.
That's
Lived in California. I lived in California for 20 years. I moved there when I was 3.
I have another guy that I talk to that goes out to California quite frequently. He's a truck driver. He has a lot of stuff he takes out there. All the Diet Pepsi, I know it's got phenylketonuria in it, and that isn't good. I know that, but I'm cutting back on it somewhat. Cutting back on these things too. I quit and then I pick another one up and start again.
Sugar substitutes are bad.
Yes, they are. I know that, Susan. That's why the doctor says you should drink the regular with the regular sugar in it. And, I know. I just can't get used to the. I've got used to this taste now. I don't want the sugar tasting one. I had one for my wife one of my wife's the other day, and it was this is awful. Don't taste right. California, Maine, Michigan, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. Yeah.
The thing is, nothing is good for you anymore, and everything's good. Chemicals in it are hormones.
Yes, yeah. There's nothing we eat is good for us anymore, really, because of all the crap that's in it. But it's in the air too. I mean, yeah, it's just killing ourselves slowly. But well, someday it's all probably going to come to an end. Technology, what we know now, is not exist someday. So I guess we make the best of it while it's here, and then hopefully we remember how to live without it. That's the scary thing for the people that's growing up today. Take the phone away and they don't know what to do. But not everyone, not all of them. There's still there are still young
Mike,
people.
I'm gonna join the live chat.
You're going in the chat?
Mike, I'm
Huh?
gonna join the live chat.
Okay, you want to, that's fine. Thank you for coming up.
All right.
I enjoyed having you up here, and you're welcome to come up anytime. Not a problem. I agree, Susan. That isn't. Hopefully, I mean, even stuff I can grow in the garden probably is not going to be that great because it'll have to have this chemical, that chemical, or just let it go organic. And I tried that, and I think the bugs in the animals got more than. Mm-hmm. I tried doing that one year. I'm going to try it again this summer, though. Not going to give up. My grandfather was great at it. He used to have a wonderful garden, and I don't know. I guess it didn't take on me so much. Thankfully, him working with wood is what took on me. I learned a lot from him on woodworking and stuff. So um, I can put stuff together with wood. You would have one if they'd let you. Yeah. Well, yeah, you might be able to do a small one like a window box one or something along that line. Oh, was it Terry's panel? Is she on now? My grandmother did a lot of canning too, Rosanna. And I kind of wish now, hindsight's 2020. Foresight's not too good. I wished I kind of paid more attention to what she was doing and how she was doing it now. Yeah, a little greenhouse. That's what yeah. You can do stuff like that. That you at least get some good stuff, huh? That's what I was thinking. Because you all have big dreams, but if I was going to I was going to do a house from the beginning, I actually sat down one time and did a drawing of my dream house. And in that house, it was going to have what I called an outdoor in room with actual rocks, dirt, a whole terrarium, if you like, inside with with a running stream and a nice pool to swim in, whatever. And then I could grow stuff inside year round. But that's kind of just a fantasy, you know. I'm gonna be 60 next fall, so yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Susan. I weren't this fat, nor was I this out of shape until 2001. Or, well, I mean, it wasn't overnight, but in 2001, I was waiting to turn into a friend's driveway. I am 59. I was waiting to turn into a friend's driveway in 2001, and I was headed north on 201, and traffic was coming the other way, so I had to wait. And the next thing I know was there's a big bang, and my seat went backwards in the truck, and I could see the clouds spinning. Let's see, yeah, they were spinning right around like that. For a Florida Power and Light van, fully loaded with tools and everything, and they were going 55, 60. Hit the right-hand side of my truck and spun me 180 degrees and parked me in the breakdown lane on the southbound side facing south. And ever since then, it just went downhill. My back has been an issue since then, and standing on my feet, especially if it's on concrete, is not an issue. It's not a doable thing anymore. I still work and everything, but you take weed whacking, because I work in lawn care. I can pick up a weed whacker and maybe get a quarter of a way around a house. And then it starts. My back is really screaming by then. And I can't, and some days, some days that I've actually had to force myself to walk. Just from the back pain and hips. And is not anything that all they say is a soft tissue injury. They can't find anything else. But that's what happened. I mean, that one accident was enough to put an end to my getting around as good as I used to. I still push myself. I still do it, and If I'm on ground, regular ground, somewhat okay most of the time. I can go short distances. But yeah, thankfully I can sit on the lawnmower all day long and ride it. So I get to do that, and I have somebody else that works with me that does all the trimmings, and we still get the stuff done. But I'm hoping when I go out to go panning this summer, and I hope I can get out and actually do it some this summer. That I will actually be able to get in the water and be in the water. I know for a fact I obviously am going to have to get a wetsuit to do it. Unless it's 80 or 90 out, I really don't, I don't really want to be in the water, especially not cold streams. But whatever it takes, I'm gonna have to do it because I want to get some good gold this summer coming, and I want to do videos of it. So we'll get out there one way or another. That's cool. That's awesome, Rosanna. That's cool. My wife and I, we lost a child. But it wasn't along very far. It was maybe 4 or 5 weeks into it, and that was about it. And couldn't have it. And it's actually a blessing that we did lose it, because it may have, if she had carried the child, it may have killed her. But anyways, that's how life turns out sometimes. And I love my wife dearly, and she loves me, and it's a good feeling. Yeah. But what else is on the game plan? Obviously, getting that train set going over there. That's coming along. That's going to be getting going on that pretty soon. As soon as I know what I want as soon as I know what I want to have for a layout, then I can actually go ahead and start building it. And the other thing I want to start doing is I'm going to start doing videos. I'm going to set it going. I might do some of it live. I might not. I might just do it and then post it afterwards. But I do landscape painting on canvas. I don't know if you're familiar with Bob Ross. Well, I used to watch Bob Ross, and I watched it, and I liked it, and I liked what I was seeing, and gee, he makes that look easy. I bet I can do that. I'm going to try it. And I did. I got some paints, and I got some stuff, and I gave it a whirl, and it came out kind of all right. So I'm going to do some of that. And whatever I do is going to be up for sale, and maybe I might even do. I'm thinking a lot of different things that I want to do. But I might even take and put that on where you do a 50-50 type thing and somebody wins it. Or not, well, no, 50-50 is not. So much per chance, and then let it go at random after a certain amount of time. So there's, and somebody will win the painting if they like it, you know, or just it can be, you know, if they come out good, we'll see. I gotta start rambling on it because if I don't do it, I don't know how it's gonna come out, but we'll see. Thank you, Rosanna. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. But hey, I got my child's here somewhere. I don't know. She must be out in the other room. Yeah. I thought she was like outside the door, but she's not. She's probably out in the other room. Our dog Hooch that passed away, he was our boy, and now we got our girl, Ming, and that's enough. She's starting to get well adjusted now, starting to really realize that this is her home and that she's able to do what she wants. All right, Rosanna. You got an appointment in March, isn't it? Oh, let's hope they can help you with that. Send some prayers your way. And actually, I'm gonna be getting out your way sometime soon. I hope sometime before March. I'd like to get out that way sometime in February. Out on 26 and taking some video of the. Today would have been a really nice day to go. The temperature was nice and everything. It would have been a really nice day to get out and do some riding, videoing. Yeah, let's pray that it isn't, Susan. I pray that it's not. I'd go, but I'd go. I went several places, but there's not anything that they could find. Oh well, you have a soft tissue injury. There isn't anything we can do about it, and you probably will have arthritis, both rheumatoid arthritis eventually, and psoriatic arthritis because I have psoriasis. That's why. That's the way it is. Right now, I'm not able to take the medicine that keeps me clear. That's Humira, because my white count was up. But anyways, yeah. Snow Falls. I'm not. Is that the one that comes down off the mountain when you're coming down 26 towards oh shoot. Bethel, is it? When you go up through Andover and out that way and take 26 south on 26. Is that Snow Falls on the right? The big one that comes down? In West Paris. Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out. Yeah. It's been kind of a while since I've been in West Paris. I was over there. Oh, I want to say it was probably 6 years ago. Oh Lord, yes. No, more than that. God, time flies. Let's get this right. I want to say it was 06, 2006. That was the last time I was in West Paris, and I went into one of the. They closed the area. Yeah, I went to one of the quarries out there in West Paris. Did some poking around in the tailings dump, and found a few little interesting specimens out there. Some black tourmalines and stuff, right? And more of the what is it called? The brown, the beryl. There we go, beryl and stuff. And that was a fun little trip, fun time. I like to get out with the mineral club and go into one of their outings sometime this summer. Maybe if I can. It'd be by invitation. I do know somebody that's in the club, and maybe they'll invite me to go. I join it, but it costs some money to do that. I can tell right now the way it's going money-wise this winter. I'm using up a lot of the savings fast. So I'm not catching up as fast on past stuff that was run up that didn't need to be run up, like light bill and stuff like that, as fast as I'd hoped. So I'm sure I'm going to carry stuff over into the summertime that I'm going to have to catch up then. So, yeah, we'll see how much money actually is available to go gallivanting around. Hopefully I get to get out, but we'll see. No plowing. Is starving to death here. I'm not starving. I don't want to. I look like I'm starving, but no. I mean, it is famine time right now. Summertime is kind of a feast. Or at least, if it's not a feast, it's steady. I can count on X amount of dollars coming in every week. In the wintertime, I don't know what's going to come in or not going to come in. It all's in the hands of Mother Nature. You live in the old Andrews funeral home. That sounds kind of cool. I have no paranormal experiences going on in there. That'd be my reservation about it. I still think it's kind of cool. Yeah. That's cool, Susan. Yeah, yeah. I think that's really nice. I kind of would think it'd be cool living in town here. Yeah, well, I've had a few people up. Yeah, a few people came up. Rolling Homestead came up for a little while, and Kane was up here for a little while. Ah, so there is some action going on there. Well, hopefully it's on the benign kind of nature, not anything that gets really, poltergeist like or whatever. But I kind of, as I was saying, is the funeral home in town is Laurie Brothers, and the place looks like a castle. It's round shape. It is. It's built like a castle, kind of. I always thought it kind of be cute, cool to, if it ever closed, to buy that and live in it. I thought it'd be a kind of a cool thing. But then I don't know. I might be. Yeah, my grandfather was. His funeral was there, and my grandmother's too. So I don't know. Every so often, I think that my father or somebody kind of lets me know that they're watching over, that they're around, and they're watching over me. I get little bumps on my back or something, and then there's nobody in the room but me. Yes, you're welcome to come. I'll put the link up here. Sure would love to have you come up. That'd be awesome. The same thing, just have a camera on and wave to me. How did that go? How did the panning go up there? Link's out there. I haven't met him. I mean, I'll have to check that out. No, no, didn't do. Yeah, it's kind of cold. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna come again. Cool, cool. I'd like to check. All right, cool. Thanks, Ken. There we go. Device is not connected. And hello? Can I see a wave? All right. Hello.
What's up, my brother?
Ah, we're doing it. We're trying.
I'm back in the bedroom, so you have to bear with me with the bad signal and whatever. So
That's fine. Thank you for coming up. Welcome.
having my coffee.
Yeah, I got the big bottle. Whoops. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. I got the big bottle. Big bottle of Pepsi.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Susan says hi, Red.
hi, Susan.
Yeah, no, I just was rambling on about different things I got in mind.
Oh,
Yeah, there.
was that me or was that you? It was probably me.
Yeah,
Like I said, I'm back in the bedroom and I got
frozen. And now you're unfrozen.
yeah, I know.
That's
I
okay.
got crappy signal back here, so
Yeah. I don't think I'm getting as good a signal tonight either. I think it's the weather up this way.
hey, Cherokee Rebel. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this bedroom back here, but
Hi, Cherokee Rebel. Welcome. I don't know if I've met Cherokee Rebel yet.
he comes to my chat quite often.
Yeah.
He's pretty fairly new on YouTube.
Yeah. Cool.
So and he's album.
Hi, Cherokee Rebel. Pleased to meet you and welcome. And yeah, you're frozen again.
I know I was trying to tell you about him. Yeah, he has some health problems and whatnot, and he's trying to teach himself. I believe it's called knitting.
Yeah,
So he's got stuff up on his channel now that projects he's done. I think is what it is.
I'm
So
gonna have to go check that out after. Why not? It's cool. And it's always good to know how to do different things too.
Yep.
Like I was saying earlier with my grandmother's she doesn't used to do canning of
Oh,
vegetables and stuff. I wished I had paid more attention because I don't know anything about it. I paid more attention with my grandfather than I did what my grandmother was doing. I really probably should have paid attention to what she was doing too, but
yeah. See, in our household, it was the men stayed out of the kitchen, and grandma would take the spatula after your butt if she caught you in her kitchen when she was trying to cook.
I did a little bit of cooking with her, not too much. But I don't know the cannon. She had the old. I know. I do remember some of it. She had the old, like white porcelain pan that she did a lot of the stuff in, and it was Old Savory. It said on the side of the pan, and it always had kind of a different smell to it
Right.
while she was doing it. But it was still the stuff came out great and it lasted forever.
Right.
There was always stuff down in the cellar and on the shelves down there
Yep.
that you could go grab and have and open it up and it was ready to go. So that was
When my grandpa died, my wife got to try uh, dandelion wine for the first time
oh wow.
because grandma made that and kept it down in the cellar. Now she wants to try and make that herself, and I'm like, wow, you're in for a lot of work. So that takes days to make dandelion wine,
Yeah.
just to make the batch, and then it's got to sit for several months.
Oh
And
wow.
grandma would leave that down in her cellar for years before you were allowed to touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had batches down there, and she'd just label it with the year and the month, and that's how she labeled it.
Wow.
And when you crack that thing open, it would go. Psst.
It's pretty much what my grandmother did too. It was 1176 or something like that, or whatever it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. People go, "Ooh, dandelion wine." You have never tried a good wine until you tried dandelion wine. That
We used to
stuff
have,
is so damn good.
we used to have dandelion greens all the time. She'd go
Oh
out and pick
yeah.
them right out of the lawn. Yeah. That was one of
What would
the
you use that for?
to eat. You take and pick the greens from the dandelion before the flower actually comes out,
Uh-huh.
and then you boil it up and you eat it. It's kind of like you to put vinegar on it or butter or whatever you want it, and it's kind of like spinach. Come out like spinach. So
Okay. I would think it'd be like what's that called that my wife likes? Kale.
yeah,
Kind of like kale.
yeah, probably, yeah, yeah. And that's
I'm
good.
not a big fan of kale, but yeah. Rosanna.
I don't think after the flower comes out though, you can do it because it's too bitter, or it's not good for you, something like that. But you get it before the flowers come out, and it's all right.
Yeah, see, and I know the dandelion wine, the flower has to be bright yellow. If it starts turning to the white, you're too late.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
and that all came out of necessity of survival is what that did. Because I know you can make a dandelion tea as well.
Yeah, I don't know how that's done. I don't know if they ever did it.
I can't remember if it was with the greens or with the flower. I just can't remember.
I don't know. Um, not so far back. There's a guy that I used to work. That was one of my clients. He's passed on since that now, but
Uh-huh.
he grew. Um, he would grow. Oh, what is that called? Oh, shoot. You make bread out of it. It's not squash, but zucchini. He grew zucchinis, but he didn't grow them for the zucchini fruit for the thing. He grew it for the flowers, and he took and he'd fry up the zucchini flowers in some way or another, and eat those, not the zucchini itself. So I ended up getting the zucchini at the end of the year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I get to have zucchini bread and didn't have to worry about watching it. Just throw some water on it every time I was over there mowing. And he loved flowers. This guy loved the flowers. He was a professor at the local college. Every spring, he'd have me take him to the different greenhouses around and places that sold flowers and stuff, and he'd spend anywhere from $800 to $1,100 in flowers and have us
Rosanna
plant.
just asked how my wife was doing.
Uh,
Rosanna just asked how my wife is doing. She's doing pretty good. She just did a live stream. I
oh,
thought
good.
you were in there, Rosanna.
That's good. Good. Cool.
Yeah,
I'm
she's doing dog training, and then on Wednesdays she does mental health.
I'm gonna have to check that out later. Definitely.
And she tries to keep the chats to about an hour so that if you want to go back and watch it, it's not like you're watching a 6-hour stream.
Yeah.
So it's straight to the point and blah, blah, blah. Yep.
I've been watching a lot of 2-hour ones lately because of I got my train set dug out.
What is that thing? Man, this typing is so damn small.
I'm going to turn and pan the
First
camera.
kid who's live I seen you on, and she was back in hospital. Oh, she's in and out of the hospital all the time, Rosanna. That's an ongoing thing, dear.
But there's the train set table with my cars on it that I have. It's an N
Oh
gauge.
yeah, I seen that earlier. I seen that
Yeah.
earlier, Mike.
Yeah, well, I've been doing a lot of watching videos on that because I want to put this one in DCC. I don't want to wire it up just DC. I want the digital command control so I can sit there with either my phone or a controller and do it and not and have more than one running at a time.
Yeah, talk to Real Wicked Canadian about that.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
up with him there I think it was this morning. No, yesterday morning.
Right.
Yeah,
Rosanna, this is my channel name right here. But split redneck into 2 words. That's my channel name.
I think she's asking what your wife's channel is.
Oh, wife's channel is Mrs. Redneck Connection.
Um,
Oh, what's her channel? I thought she said, what's your channel? Okay. The typing is so freaking small on this phone, it's not even funny. So I apologize, Rosanna.
yeah, that's okay. I don't know how to do those.
And it's not always a health deal, Rosanna. It's mental health. She hasn't been in the hospital for quite a while, and now just recently she's had some stuff she's dealing with. So she talks about that stuff on her Wednesday streams.
I'm drawing a blank. I don't know how to do that.
How to do what, bud?
Make you moderator. I have to
Why do
do
you
that.
want me to be a moderator?
Huh?
Why do you want me to be a moderator?
Well, maybe you don't want to be one.
I mean, I don't visit you long enough to.
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't often enough, I guess. But if you want, you go back to where I was typing in the chat. Click on the 3 dots.
Well, you notice I don't have
And then
any
it gives you an option.
moderators. I don't have any
You got to
more.
do it on the YouTube side.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
So
got
you go
moderators.
find where I was typing in the chat before. I can't even type in the chat right now.
Yeah. No, I'll set it up after, I guess, later. And
That's harder to do. But if you go back on YouTube side where
Yeah.
you would watch your video,
Yep.
and find where I'm typing, click on my name, and it'll bring up 3 dots. It'll give you an option to block me, time me out, make moderator. There's a couple other options. Oh, delete comment.
Yeah. I had set some up before, but none of them are in here now. And oh well.
I had a half sister that had what problems I really do understand. You're hoping to get out Monday, right on, Rebel? Yeah, Rebel's been in the hospital for a while now.
Oh wow. Where's he out of?
I can't remember. He told me probably 500 times, but that's how my memory is.
Mine too. I'm terrible. I'm
If I
worse.
don't have it wrote down somewhere, I'm gonna forget it.
I'm bad with names. That's my really thing. Cardiologist roll. Cardiologist roll decides when I go home.
I think he meant cardiologist will decide.
Yeah, okay.
He's on a cell phone too, and it's about impossible to type on them damn
I
things.
know it is. I mean, I got.
And then it decides, oh, you meant to say this. No, I didn't. Jeez.
I mean, I got this one.
No, and he's out of Texas. That's right.
Okay, Texas, cool. I got this phone. It's the Note 9. And
Yeah, I know, but I want to be able to put the damn thing in my pocket.
it's hard. Well, you can. I mean, again, I put this in my pocket, but that right there makes it a lot easier. I can even write on the off screen. But that makes it a lot easier to deal with. If I try to do it with my fingers, forget it.
Right?
These fat, stubby fingers are going to be punching in 3 letters at once.
Yeah, it's funny. I call mine the sausage fingers. I mean, you know,
And these here are not guitar playing fingers either.
no.
They're too short. I guess I'm gonna have to make my own guitar that has a skinny neck or something.
Yeah, talk to Crapola, what's his name? He makes guitars.
Hazy Days?
Hazy Days, there you go.
Yeah,
That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah, I've watched him. I don't know if he's gonna be on either.
See, you know how many times I've been to Hazy Days chat and I can't remember his damn name.
I better remember it. I got his CD signed by him. Yeah, I liked his. I
Missed
liked
you last night. I was not on last night, Cherokee. I was not on last night, bro.
Yes, definitely. Prayers for Rebel. Prayers for you there, Cherokee Rebel. Hope you heal up good. And no, there's not too many people on last night that usually are on or whatever. You are frozen. We know even my mind or Mel asked where you were.
I
Where,
was,
oh,
wow. I'm hoping that if I block my camera, that I can come in better.
we still hear you.
Okay. All right. I shut my camera off. Maybe it won't take so much internet.
Yeah.
But I was trying to explain that I was not on last night. On and I go on tonight in like an hour and
Yeah.
a half. For my sassy Saturdays. Or should I call it a silly Saturday this time? I'm always trying to come up with something silly.
Yeah, I was gonna call it live at 5, and then I realized no, I'm not doing 5. I'm going on at 4:30.
Right?
Well, that's Dizzy's old time slot, and he announced last Saturday that he was done doing lives.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, my wife done. What time is it at where you're at, Mike?
it is 6:32.
Oh, that would make it okay. Yeah, my wife goes on at 3:00, so that'd be 5:00 your time.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, well, I put out in the chat when I was on your Dizzy's. Actually, yeah, I was on Dizzy. I wasn't on panel, but I was up on chat on his last show there, and I put on, well, if I did it on Saturdays, is anyone gonna show up? And several people said, yeah. So I said, well,
Right on.
so I said, yeah, okay, I will give it a go, see how it goes. I mean, but I understand why he decided to just take a break. I mean, 4 years, never missed a Saturday show.
Right.
And yeah, I guess you do something long enough, you burn out on it. You can.
What did Cherokee say there? I can't read it.
We thought, what the fuck? Now Friday, Kent?
No, I've never done Fridays. I do Wednesday and Saturday, and any other day is just an extra.
And yes, Cherokee, I am on the East Coast. I'm way up in the state of Maine. I'm not as far northeast as you can get and still be in the U.S., but it's not all that far. It's only probably 2.5 hours drive from me to that spot. I'm actually in the central part of the state. And
You're up close to well, closer than I am, I guess, to Jimmy C.
yeah, Jimmy C is about in the neighborhood of 4 hours from me,
Yeah, right.
give or take.
Yeah, but I'm talking it'd be 2 days away to come and visit you from me.
Oh yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah.
When
It's 17 hours for me to get from here to in the area of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
who is Terry? Am I reading that right? When is Terry gonna be live?
Yeah, Terry was not on here, but they were just talking about Terry. Or was she on earlier? She might have been on earlier.
Huh.
Not be mean, but Maine has the best damn lobster. It's pretty darn good. You've been to Augusta? Well, you were 20 miles. It was 24 miles south of where I live, Cherokee, if you've been to Augusta.
Well, according to I don't know one lobster from another. I probably wouldn't be able to know the difference, but according to Anthony Redneck Way of Life Cancer,
Yep.
he thinks he has the best lobster because he goes and catches them himself.
Well, yeah, that's good too. I like the russet potatoes we have, but then Orida has some okay potatoes too.
Right?
Uh,
Maybe it's just what you're around. Maybe you tend to like that more or something because it's available. Blah blah blah. You know.
Yep. And I've had Canadian ones, and they were okay. I'm not gonna say that I liked them better. I did, I'm not gonna say I liked either one better than the other, but they all have a little bit different flavor. Because
Huh.
they all grow a little bit. I mean, it's very slight. It's very little, but the texture, flavor can be a little different. I think, to me anyway, from one to the other. You take potatoes, Canada, like Prince Edward Island. That's big potato country up there. PEI is, and it's a red. It's a red type of kind of clay mix red soil up there.
Oh,
Everywhere is red. If if the ground is not covered with grass or whatever, it's red. um, all right, or I don't know. I've never been out there. I have. I've been to. I've been through most of the I-95 corridor. Um,
I
on the,
like Bangor, Maine, Knock because of Stephen King.
yeah,
I don't know what that is.
Stephen King. He's the
No, I know who Stephen King is.
The Knock. I don't know either what that. I'm not sure what that is either. And I live here. But, I don't know.
Maybe that's a certain area. Okay, they're talking about, yeah, his house is awesome. So maybe that's where Stephen King lives or something.
Yeah, it's in Bangor, I guess. Yeah, he lives in Bangor. I mean, I've been near there, but I'm just not familiar with the Knock part of it. But anyway, that's okay.
Like not living there anymore. Okay.
So she's moving. Might not be live for a while. Okay. And Roseanne says I lived in Maine and never went to where he lived. I didn't go just because that's where he lived. I just happened to be going there somewhere there and went by there. But yeah, there's some place that I have not been that's been going now for several years, and I'm going to make a point this summer to get my little butt up there and do some video of it, and that's the new land there next to Baxter State Park, the new preserve there.
Ah. Turning it into a writer's retreat. Oh, geez. Can you imagine the honor being a writer and being invited to a place like that? Jeez.
Yeah, wow.
Stephen King used to write his books here. Holy shit. And you're allowing me to write my book here.
The Bushes have a place in Kennebunk, Cherokee. I'm not sure if they was born there or not, but they have a mansion. They own a mansion down there in Kennebunk.
I swear, I think Cherokee's right. I think Senior's dad had. I think that's part of that ranch was part of his land or something to that effect.
The ranch?
Yeah, I think that was part of that land was part of Senior's Bush Senior. His dad owned part of that land at one time or something, and yeah, I don't know.
I only know that they have one heck of a mansion down there in Kennebunk.
Florida.
Florida. Florida.
Wow, now that text got really small when Susan typed in there.
I'm not sure, Rosanna. I know he's got a summer house here too. I believe it's in Bangor. If you're talking about Stephen King,
Might be talking about the bushes. We switched to bushes.
Bush's houses or the summer house is Kennebunk. It's on the ocean.
Ah,
In Bridgeton. I'm not sure who would be in Bridge. I can't even say it. I live here and I can't say it. Now that's bad.
Bridgeton?
Bridgeton, I think it is. Yes. And I've gone through there too. That's even worse. I've gone through there a lot because I would, yeah, when I was going to North Conway back and forth because I was not really, but kind of dating a lady in there before I was married in North Conway. I used to go right through there because I get out, I'd go to Augusta, get off, go through Lewiston, Auburn, take 11, go out through, and then hit 302. And go out through there and go through Bridgeton and into North Conway. Conway and the North Conway. Well, I'll have to watch that for that, Susan, too. I'm be interested in watching that. I hear my dog. Hey, me. Come on, girl.
That might have been my dog. That's why I'm muted. Oh, shut up.
No, mine's out in the hallway somewhere there. Ming. I'm gonna mute myself for a minute. She's not coming, so she's probably up to something. Maine has the best lighthouses. We have some nice ones.
I've heard a lot of them are haunted too.
They probably are. I never thought of going in at them at night, but I don't know. That kind of stuff, that stuff kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Well, that's why you don't go alone. You go with somebody.
Yeah.
you know?
You know those ones on TV there that did the paranormal research and stuff. Ming, come on. Come on, girl. Come over here. Come say hi. Come on. No, she's camera shy tonight. Yeah, anyways, the ones that I can think of their name. But they did they did all the paranormal shows and then ghost hunters or something it was. They came up here and they would not stay in the old insane asylum that's right in the town that I live in.
Oh, no kidding.
It was too much for them.
Huh.
It was. Oh, it was.
Let me call Omar Gosh real quick. Let me call Omar Gosh real quick and see if he goes in there.
What are you barking about? Can you hold down the fort a little bit for me here? I gotta let the dog out.
I can try.
That's what she's telling me. Thank you.
All right. The cat's away. Let the mice play. I'm sorry, guys. I can't turn on my camera. Otherwise, everything starts cutting out. That's why my camera's off. I normally don't do that, but. He'll be back in a minute, Turkey. I gotta try and think of what I want to do for a thumbnail. Oh. Oh. Is that the group from Rhode Island? Oh, no. No,
Nice.
Ghost Hunters was a TV show at one time.
It was?
Ghost Hunters
Yeah.
was a TV show at one time. Awesome Epic, how are ya?
Hey, awesome epic. Hello. Let me post that up there again. There's the link if anyone wants to join. All I ask is that you have your camera on and wave.
No. Mike, you gotta have them do something interactive with you.
Interactive.
Make
Okay.
sure.
Hold
I
up.
don't know if you knew this, Mike, but somebody used your video.
I know. Yeah, I was not
Yeah,
happy.
so that's why we started doing. You got to react to what I say. Hold up one finger, hold up two fingers. Yeah. Yeah, that's why we started reacting, because somebody used your video and got up on panel, and then switched and started showing porn.
Oh yeah, right
Yeah,
off.
not happy.
No, I was not happy.
No, I was not happy.
No.
Finally home.
It was good to sleep in our own bed. Yeah.
Yeah, they went on vacation and then left 2 days later and freaking went on another road trip.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I bet it was nice to sleep in your own bed.
Yeah. In the case of my bed, though, I'd sleep better in the camper. And the dog's barking, of course.
Of course, why not?
I'm going to mute myself for a minute.
You're all right, Mike.
Nope, I don't have to. I was going to
All
yell.
right, your dog ain't bothering anybody, man.
No, it might be bothering the neighbors, but oh well, their dogs do too, so
All right.
it's not that late anyway.
She want back in or what?
Oh, I think my wife is home.
Oh, maybe that's why. All right.
Hey, it is. Nice. Hello? Just a minute, I'm going to yell. I'm going to put this mute and yell.
Yeah, you better tell her, better remind her that she loves you. Oh, that'd be cool.
How How are you?
Come say hello.
Melinda's here.
Oh, good.
She's visiting. Just
Good.
visiting.
Good. That's
She's gonna
fine.
go back tonight, but
Okay. Come say hello. Don't be rude. Say hi to the chat. And
hi everyone.
say hi to.
Hi.
Who's this?
You don't know?
Oh, Red. Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, you know me.
Doing
I
good.
can't turn on my camera. I can't turn on my camera, otherwise my internet fails. So
That's why he's just on that one.
I'm Michael's wife.
Yeah. Cherokee. Yes, I know my dog's barking.
thank you, Mr. Obvious Cherokee.
Come in.
Yeah.
Did you let her out?
Yeah.
Okay.
She wanted to go out.
Bye,
All right.
everybody. Nice meeting you.
Can you get her?
Yep.
Thank you. Jason Flores, Andrew. So, yeah, I believe that's who it was. Cherokee saying it was Jason Hawes and Grant Wilsub. They was on the
There you go.
yeah, they was
Yep.
on the show. Yeah, they came up here to and I said a sane asylum. That's wrong. It's been a few things. Now it's just an old abandoned building. There's nothing. They break into it all the time. They put doors back. They close the doors back up, and people break in again. But anyway, it used to be a sanatorium for people that had polio.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Hello, Donna.
way back when my father was a little boy, and
Right.
and then later in time it became I think an assisted living place first and then a nursing home later. And when it was a nursing home, my wife actually went there to work, and she didn't work there very long. She got on the elevator, and I think she got 2 or 3 floors off the ground floor, and or a floor above the ground floor, and this lady with a white dress came right through the door of the elevator and stood next to her. My wife put the down button down, went downstairs, said, "You got somebody to come in? Because I quit." That was enough for her. Yeah, but they came up here to look at that place and to do the thing in there, and they wouldn't stay in it. They said it was way too active, and there was some not so good stuff, not so good vibes in there. So
Hello, Anthony.
Right here.
I've never experienced anything. I've been near the building. I've never went in it. I don't think I really want to go in it, but I've been right next door to it because my boss actually bought the land right next to it and had it for a while, and he's now sold it. And we do the landscaping care of Weyerhaeuser. They got their office up there on the hill.
See that there, Mike? There's proof right there that I shouted you out. That's why
Yeah.
Donna's here, because I
Yeah.
shouted you out.
Welcome. Thank you for that.
Yeah, Donna and Anthony, they're probably both here. Probably Awesome Epic as well. But
And Awesome says, hello. I got to tell her that. Maybe I shouldn't. I might go to her. No, I will. I'll tell her. I'll tell her, Awesome. That he said, hello, Mike's Better World. LOL. Yeah.
they have a new one Jason does. It's called Ghost Nation. I've heard of it, Cherokee. I have not seen it.
Is Anthony? Can you hold
I
2
have
fingers
heard of it.
up for me, Anthony? 2 fingers. All right. Welcome. Hi.
Man, Mike, I just come up here, man. You gotta watch who you let up here, man. Jesus, man.
Yeah, I know. You should probably kick that Anthony back out of here, man.
What's going
The
on?
place went to hell now.
Yeah, yeah, with the roof too.
I love it because I was getting worry because I hadn't seen you on anywhere.
Well, I just got back. I just took Nancy to the train station, so
Ah, and I had seen her on the other night, so I was not. Then I wasn't so worried, but I hadn't seen her for a few days either. And
Lay down. Lay down.
how did that? How did that all go?
Lay down again.
she got on and she's headed home.
Yeah.
Except for one thing. She'll probably feel y'all's ear later, but she got on the train, got going down the road, and we done almost got back to DeRidder, which is an hour drive from the train station. She calls my wife. I forgot my computer.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yep. Looked in the back seat of the car, and there it is. Her bag with her computer and all that shit in there.
Oh no!
Yeah. So now we got to figure out how we're gonna get it melt. And the sad thing is that sucker's heavy.
It ain't gonna be cheap to send it.
Exactly. Because you know how
Might
to
be
post
cheaper to buy a new one. You know, Anthony.
Well, I don't know. That's totally up to her what she wants to do, man. Because
All right. All right.
I mean, I don't know. She'll figure out when she gets
Wow.
home. Right now, like I was telling my wife, I said, ain't much I can do to help her. I got like $12 to my name, and that's got to last me to the 3rd of next month.
How long after she took off did you realize it?
Oh, wow. She was on the train and gone, man. Because I'm an hour drive from the train station, and I was just pulling into town when she called.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She probably on the other side of Houston by now. Because she ain't on a bus or anything. She's on an Amtrak.
Well, you know what? You know what? Is she planning on moving down there anyway? Do you know?
Yeah, but Ken, even if she does get all that set up, you're looking at 2 and 3 years before she's
No.
That long, really?
Hmm.
yeah. Well, it's better where she's at. Waiting list where she's at 10 years.
Wow, dude.
That's
Did she like it there?
the thing is, being that she's in a wheelchair and handicapped, she'll get priority on any openings. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. But do you know how many people are in wheelchairs, and even people that's in wheelchairs that don't need to be in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, a year to 3 years is better than 10 to 15. Yeah.
Right.
So you couldn't convince her to move there, or
Well, no, she can't just move. She has to get everything set up because you got to remember she's on SSI, man. You can't just you know.
you just can't up and do that. But
Yeah.
She have a real good time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, she found some few places. She's got a crap load of applications, for different places.
Good.
The main thing is she just needs to get out of Seattle, period, because that's just too expensive, man. Because I was bringing her around the grocery store and she was showing me stuff and she was freaking out because she's like, one of these would cost me what I'm paying for a whole bag here.
Wow.
Right.
Because she was buying oranges and kiwi and all kind of bananas and stuff. Because she where she's at, they're like almost $4 for a pound, and here they're 42 cents a pound for bananas. And she said,
Well, number one, it's a city, and number two, it's a tourist trap city.
Right, and
So
it's also
you raise your prices. Yeah.
it's also sanctuary, so they tax the hell out of everything.
Right.
Just stay here and be quiet.
They got to pay for that free stuff.
Yeah. How you doing, Johnny Five?
Hi, Johnny Five.
Hey, John,
I put the link there if you want to jump on up.
yeah.
I
She
just
did tell me one orange where she was at was like almost $3.
got to have the camera on and interact with me. That's all.
Yep.
And it's Mike's fault we got to do it.
It's not my fault. I did not do that. Some other dingbat did that.
I know,
Hey,
but I'm teasing, Mike. I'm teasing.
no, you can't have that.
Well, I mean, who was
It
thought?
was your pretty face that they used.
Yeah, I know.
But Mike, you know what kills me? It's got to be really sad that you got to waste your life to record other people's videos so you can trick other people to get in their chat so you can just pop up porn.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry to say, but that's pretty sad and pathetic.
Yeah.
I mean, all that talent, and they're gonna, they want to bring porn to your YouTube.
Wasted on that rather than doing something useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like I told
That's,
them hackers.
that's like
Okay, hey, how many fingers am I holding up? Hold up the same. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hey, Johnny.
Yo.
Oh, I think say that's Johnny. That's Johnny. Ain't nobody can fake that recording. What's going on, Johnny?
I'll just stick light on. It's a bit dark in here.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. Our eyes are good. Besides, I'm still adjusting to the new you anyway, man. Every time you come over here, I'm gonna go, that's not Johnny. Who's that little skinny
Are
ass
you
back?
trying to say? Are you trying to say nobody can be that pretty?
Yeah.
So you're saying
Yeah.
nobody
Yeah,
can be that pretty?
Oh,
yeah, we'll go with that.
That'll do.
Hi, Dave Larson. Welcome.
No, every time I see Johnny somewhere, I won't go, that's not Johnny.
Oh,
It's some little,
shit.
some skinny little butthole.
Anthony, that's a good point that Cherokee brought up there. Are all the applications in her computer bag?
They're mailing them to her address in Seattle.
There's a
Oh,
link
okay.
if you want, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
You're welcome to come up if you want. Just have to
Yeah.
interact with me and have a camera on.
Yeah, see, we refuse. HUD here refused to go all computerized because of hackers and stuff. So they still do the paper forms here. Yeah, which makes sense nowadays. Yeah. I mean, there's stuff you can do online, but there's a lot of stuff they send you they want you to fill it out, mail it to them, and all that stuff.
Come on, take a look and say hi to everybody. Come on.
Yeah, back in the old days, the hard copy.
No, okay, how many fingers? Oh, he's all up here. Never mind. What it was, I've seen something new. Yeah, what the heck? No, right, the world around.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, tell
how
them to
many
stick up
fingers
your
am I holding?
finger and see which one they hold.
Hear me, Mike? I'm gonna say, Mike, how many fingers are I holding up?
One.
He's seeing shit down there.
I was. I don't know.
I need to sort my socket out here. I need to plug in. I've only got 5.
And Turkey is almost through his second skein of yarn on the blankie. Oh, cool.
Oh, yo, look
What's
at
this?
that. Did y'all see that? All you horse lovers out there, did y'all see that? Johnny's got a horse in his fish tank. It's drowning. Send hate mail to him.
What's the scheme?
I mean, that, you
Yeah, right there. Yeah. Yeah.
Just put computer and raincoat. LOL.
What is the scheme?
Huh?
What is a scheme?
A scheme.
Oh no. Hey, this is not a speeding typing contest, so slow down on your typing.
Shows.
How's the English teacher used to say,
No. You're not doing it.
make it legible?
Yeah, it's snowing in Seattle.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
hilarious. She got out of Seattle to get away from the cold weather, and now she's going back and it's a freaking total blizzard there.
Yep. Yep.
That poor girl can't fucking win for losing, man.
And I think if I ain't mistaken, they already got like 2 to 3 foot of snow.
Yep.
There we go. Sorry, man.
That is a skein of yarn.
Oh, thank you. All right. All right. I didn't know what that meant. All right.
I had to look it up too. So thank God for Google.
Oh, you're talking about what Cherokee said? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that word meant, so
Yeah.
I'm chilling now.
I
Yeah.
figured either he could answer or Donna could answer. But neither one of them answered. Mike answered for me.
Time to do it.
That'll calm the dog out a little bit.
Johnny, that looks like the bottle I swallowed back in '89 before the cops answered the door.
Everyone's in the other bedroom and the dog is barking because the dog wants to go in with him.
Yeah. Believe it or not, the cop says, "Boy, what's in that in your teeth?" I said I was eating greens. I wasn't lying. I was eating green.
Yeah. That's true.
Just wasn't the most greens he was thinking of.
Well, I've just been on a couple of shows and I've been working out and
Yeah.
just chilling out.
What is
I
it?
got down to my target weight now anyway.
I'm lost.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. That was March of 1989, man. I had to swallow about a pill bottle full of weed like that. I'm gonna tell you what, smoking and eating is two different things.
Oh, it affects you differently when you eat it.
Oh, I'm just saying when I ate it, man, it tore me up. I was sick as a dog, man. Yeah.
Hey, Nancy.
Hello, Nancy. Everybody's been talking about you, Nancy.
Yeah.
Put that link up there if you want to come on.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna do that.
I do. Oh,
I'm gonna put animal porn on your computer while it's here.
let's try this again.
Do it good.
Can I hit the button?
Now, I mean, as soon as we got in town, my wife's like, "Nancy just called. She forgot her computer." I'm like, I don't think my truck can catch the Amtrak.
Just chilling in here.
I'll see. Mike, you can have the recliner. I'll get the TV and the little table in the front there.
That telly's about 10-year-old and it still works good.
I shouldn't joke like that because watch 3 days now. Johnny's going, "Hey, did you come over here?" Son of a bitch. Come home, my TV's gone, my table's gone, my chair's gone. You and Mike's dead.
That or not answering.
Knock my screen up then.
You netter, not Anthony. Okay, what's a netter? Is that like a better?
See the chat.
No.
They might not have to kick Nancy off. She used the N word.
She's welcome to come up.
She called me a netter. She can't because she forgot her laptop.
Oh, so she's on the phone.
Yeah, she's on her phone right now.
Okay.
Unless she knocked that old lady next to her out and took her computer.
Good to see you, Mike, anyway. You all right, anyway?
Oh yeah, doing good. I was down to my mother's today, did some stuff get the apartment ready to rent again. Get the locks changed on that and stuff, and painted the doors and did a little cleaning.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've been looking at buying another workshop now to add on to mine.
Oh, nice.
I got a bit of money through from a PPI thing I had, so I'm going to spend it on myself for a change.
Yeah, cool. That's nice.
I'll have a nice little nest egg to put away. I can sort my car out and I can buy myself a little workshop. So.
Nice.
That'll work.
Yeah.
I've got a 16 V8 at the moment, but I want to add another one on the end of it.
I actually got my 2 sheds cleaned enough so that I can take stuff that's been cluttering up the house and actually pack it away nice in there now.
See, Mike, you right there. You just told a lie. You
What?
cleaned it out so you can put more junk in it.
Well, I'm throwing a lot away. I've got they're coming.
I know. I'm just saying. Every time I've cleaned my shop out, more crap gets in it.
What, you know what happens every time I throw something away? 10
Yeah.
days later, I need it.
Yeah.
I gotta go buy that same stupid thing that I just threw away.
I have
Yeah,
done
that
that
is
to the point where certain things I refuse to throw away because I'm like you. Every time I've thrown it away, 2 weeks later, son of a! I just threw 3 of them in the garbage.
I've been
Yeah.
3 years trying to get those sheds straightened around so that you can actually put something in them and move around.
Well, that's why I built my second shed back there. It's strictly just to hold spare part.
Finally, they're that way now. I can put more in there if I need to, and I still can get in and around one.
Well, I've got a caravanic garden, then I've got a 16 V8 up, and then I've got an 8x6 fastened on the end of it. And then it's a massive garden after that.
Yeah. Well, my problem is I need to get a bunch of pegboard and put on the wall. So I'm actually put some pegs to hang stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Especially when it comes to belts and pulleys, gears.
I just want somewhere to hide from the wife and kids when I need it.
Yeah.
I found instead of the pegs, Anthony, use screws,
Yeah.
long screws instead. The reason why is because the stupid pegs like to come out every time you pull something off of it.
No, I ain't talking about that old wood peg stuff. I'm talking about the new stuff, the metal.
It dawned on me though after I did the 2 sheds
Yeah.
all over and had stuff in them. When I had one first come in, and then I had to do the floor in it. That was what it was. The floors was all gone in them, and I had them to me. And then I got my boss to haul them in on a trailer, and I should have, when I did the floors over, I should have went up higher with them, with the sides.
Well, see, I looked out because they had an old Family Dollar here. They were closing down, and all the shelving units they had out back, and they just left them. And the old boy told us, anybody want them, get them.
Nice,
So I went and grabbed about 4 of them.
nice.
Yeah,
I'm looking at prices. It'd be cheaper to buy wood and build a decent one.
Well, yeah, because the time you buy all the materials to build a shelving, it's cheaper just to buy one of the metal ones, throw them together.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I'm on about workshop. I've been looking at prices, ridiculous.
Yeah.
And there'd be a pile of shit as well.
Well, that, and I got a place down here I can get all the pallets I want for free. So that helps too.
Yeah. Easy made a really good one.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. People's like, man, I didn't know you could do that. I said, yeah, man. Go on YouTube. There's a ton of videos, man. I've seen people build a house they live in out of pallets.
I built a big summer house in my back garden. It were all reclaimed timber. You know the machinery pallets, the big ones.
Yeah.
They were all made of them.
The old heavy duty ones. Yep.
Oh yeah, the walls were about that thick on it.
Yeah.
Wow. I brought in.
I brought all the wood from it. I brought here when I moved here. A load of it's under caravan, and then I built 2 big decks and I stood the workshops on top of them.
Right.
I got 4 big crates there for windows that the window company was throwing out.
Yeah.
They left this fall. I brought them in and put them out back of the camper because I'm going to use them for greenhouse or something this spring.
There was no way I was leaving it. It was a rough area where I lived. When I moved, right, when I went back to grab some more bits and nick the driveway gates.
Cool.
It shows everybody watching you when you're moving out.
Yeah, the one pad for that building up there, that's how I formed it in with old reclaimed wood from pallets, you know. Made my form with it, poured a concrete in there, done. Yep.
I got to take off you also.
All right, I'll be over there
I'll
shortly.
catch you later.
See you later, mate.
Yeah, I didn't even bother to knock the boards off when it was done because I figured, hey, it was reclaimed pallets anyway, so I just left it. It's treated treated lumber anyway. So
Hey, Ken, thank you.
Yeah, I didn't even notice you were on, Mike, because I did ring your bell when I first joined you, but it wasn't rung when I just come in.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know if stuff's getting out. Well, Susan got it. I don't know.
yeah.
But hey, we'll get it straightened out after a while. It'll figure it out.
Yeah. We've gone from £365 to 225 now.
Wow.
And I started in March of last year.
Good job.
So I've been doing the diet, the keto diet, and weight training as well. So
I've gone the other way. I don't even want to.
Mike, do you scrap?
Do I used to. But then,
Oh, I was going to ask you if you know what price of brass is going in your area because believe it or not, right now they're offering $2.16 a pound here.
it's probably around that. The brass, copper, and aluminum right now.
Or high demand. Yeah.
That's the ones you want to take in. The other stuff is not. It's just like
Oh yeah, it's chunk.
4 cents a pound for steel.
Well, here it ain't even that. I think it's like 2 cents.
And it probably's dropped. I haven't been there for.
Yeah. Last time I brought a little bit of scrap metal, it was 2 cents a pound. I was like, shoot, that wasn't even worth putting on the truck.
No, I had the same thing happen. Our town does a spring cleanup every spring.
Yeah.
You put stuff outside the road. The town.
The guy was trying to tell me, but the machines were so damn loud, it's hard to hear him. He said something about something was going on brass, especially yellow brass. They were needing bad. Yeah. And they went from $1 down to $2.16 a pound. Yeah.
yeah, it's just
because I had 2 5-gallon buckets full of brass, old brass valves, the small ones and stuff. Yeah. And I brought them in. When the guy gave me the ticket, I wasn't really paying attention. And when I went up to the window, the girl gave me my cap. And she goes, "That's what she said you had 62 pounds." I was like, "Well, how much you giving?" She told me. I said, "Shit, if I known that, I'd brought the other 6 buckets." Yeah. $2.16 a pound when it's normally below $1. Yeah.
Now, for 2 years, I went every spring on that spring cleanup, and I went around. And I had 10 pickup loads of metal and light metal and whatever that was left outside the roads. And the town came in. They said, "You got to get rid of that. You can't have that."
Well, see, this old boy, he took a few pieces out and stuck a grinder to it. He said, "Man, that's solid brass." I said, "I could have told you that."
And of course, when they did that, that was when the price of it was it had already gone down. So
yeah,
I got $8 for taking all that stuff in, and it wasn't worth it. It cost me more in fuel.
Yeah, so I say,
we can't be asked. I just stick it out for scrap, man.
Well, I didn't. If I hadn't taken it in, then it was going to be up to $1,000 a day fine.
Oh yeah.
Why are you not allowed to have? Don't they like you have stuff in your garden and that?
Well, because it's state law that you can't have that stuff unless you have a junkyard license or something like that.
Yeah. They found a way to make more of this.
Oh yeah.
Now you got to be a license
So
to have metal.
The tax the crap out of everything in the UK as well. So.
Yeah.
I have about a pickup load of.
Well, that's what I tell people here. It's going to be when you shoot somebody a finger, a cop's going to tap you on the shoulder. That's 50 cents.
We pay called VAT over here. It's called value added tax. We pay 20% on everything.
Wow.
20% tax.
Wow. And wire. You used to be able to take wire scraps in. You didn't even have to take the insulation off, and you got good pay.
Yeah,
Now you gotta take all that insulation off.
and they made it hard on you because you can't burn it no more.
No, I know. So I got
Because used to, we would just burn the insulation off, bring it in, and done. Now, oh, that's dirty.
yeah.
Yep.
You don't get as much if you do that way.
Yeah.
So I've got to rig something up that I can strip it fast, and that's what I've been doing slowly. I've been taking motors apart because you used to be able to take motors in and get a fair amount.
Yeah. I made me a little deal. When I did, I took 2 pieces of metal, made it at an angle like that, and I took an old lawnmower blade I had and I cut the ends off, and I basically sharpened the hell out of it.
Yeah.
I got them at an angle like that, and I have it where I can adjust it, where I can get it in there and just,
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah,
Make a shaver basically.
That's what I've got some old blades. I got to do that. I just haven't got around to that. And, but I will. But I have been pulling motors
Well, I
apart
had to
and pulling windings apart.
Yeah, I had to because
With
I
a
had so much
copper.
heavy gauge wire out there, and I spent one day doing the old way, trying to go up one side with a knife. Nope,
No,
ain't worth the money. What little change they
No.
give you?
like I said, in times past, I just take the motor in and turn it in that way, not even deal with taking
Yeah.
it apart.
Wire and insulation and everything on it.
Why mess with the hours that it takes to take it apart or whatever time it does take?
I don't know what I did with my pork chop, but
Sent around for just as a motor. I mean, but now you can't.
what did I do with that thing? Oh, that's right. It's in the car.
Right.
You know what a pork chop is, right? When you're pulling cable line, you open it up and you put it on the cable, it grips it while you pull it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always call them a pork chop because when you hold them up, it looks like a pork chop.
Yeah.
I got one of them, and I'm gonna rig. I got a winch. I got a little 1,500-pound winch. I'm gonna rig up, and I'm gonna put that on there. That way, when I put the cable in there and get it started, I'm gonna clip that on there, and just that way, yank it all the way. That way, I'm out there doing the hee ho. Let the winch do the work.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to get off, Mike, because it's nearly 12:30 in the morning here. So.
All right.
Thank you for coming up. And
I've clicked your bell now, so I'll know in future. But it did pop up about. I was just looking through to see you were on. So.
all right, great.
Right, peace out.
Later, Johnny. Later. Yeah, like I said, I had a lineman. He was working in the back there one day, and I asked him because I seen him using that deal, and I said, "What's that?" He said, "Well, we call them pork chops. It's just a cable puller."
Yeah.
I said, well, how much are they? He said, "Well, they're not cheap, the good ones." And he had just got some new ones. He said, "Well, I got no one here. There's nothing wrong with it. You're more than welcome to have it." I was like, "Hell yeah!" So he gave it to me,
Cool.
and he gave me a big one because I told him sometimes I have, copper that big around,
Wow.
He said, "Oh, here." He said, "Take this. It adjusts itself. It'll hold from here down to a pinhead." So
Wondering if it's feasible to change all the plumbing in the house and take the copper in.
yeah,
Go to PEX.
yeah.
Go to PEX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know when I was still helping people turn houses, that's all we used was that PEX and sharp bites.
Yeah.
You can just go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it works great, and it expands 500 times the size if it freezes. So chances of you busting it's very slim unless you just let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't do that now, but I don't know if it'd be.
Well, I love them shark bites because you can remove them. You grab them buggers, push that little tab in, and pull it right out like it never been there.
Might be better than the copper though for you. I don't know.
Yeah, because the reason I like the PEX pipe and the shark bites because you ain't got no solder, so you ain't putting no lead in your water. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I don't drink the water anyways. It's city, and it comes from China Lake.
Oh no.
It's a fish talk basically.
Yeah.
Any water that we do drink is filtered. I have a distiller, and then I have a filter in the refrigerator. But that's only gonna be for the ice from now on.
Yeah.
You got to replace that filter every 6 months, and it's $52 for the filter.
Yeah. I think say mine's $62.
Like, why so much?
Believe it or not, at first they wanted me to change mine every 3 months.
And I haven't had that refrigerator hooked up for 6 months yet, and the filter's already gone. So it didn't last 6 months.
Yeah, no, it won't. That's why they told me they suggested me changing mine every 3 months. And I'm like, that's $62 every 3 months. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, so I don't know. It may. Yeah.
Well, I buy two and I put one on and I wait till that bill says clogged. Then I change it. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just going to use it for the ice, I think, and
Yeah.
the other one is that.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do in my new place. I'm working on when I put the refrigerator in there. I want the filter just on the ice maker. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about the rest of the house because I'm kind of like you. If I want water, I'll buy water. That I know I can drink.
My mother went and had a whole house filter put in for
But
for her whole house and the apartments. And she had the distilling machine just in her house originally.
yeah,
And so she said, "Why don't you have that?" And the guy came over, put it in, and he also at the same time hooked up my refrigerator.
yeah,
And they'll come and do that filter on that when it's needed
right,
once a year, I guess.
yeah. But it makes a world of difference in the ice too, don't it?
Oh yeah, yeah. And
Clear.
I wouldn't drink the water before.
Yeah, because they always say if you freeze ice in your house, like an automatic ice machine, you look at the ice cube in a third or better of its hazy. I mean, your water's full of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when I put that filter and that distill on and all that, man, that ice it looks like almost a piece of glass, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, holy crap, man! I've been eating that ice for years. And,
Oh, yeah.
a lot. Don't get me wrong, a lot of it's minerals and stuff. Not all of it's bad for you, but then too much certain minerals is bad for you too.
But no, you do it in the tray, and it used to look like you're standing on the top of a lake.
Yeah, yeah,
White bubbles and all this and that, and
yeah.
so yeah, I do like having the ice maker, but I'm not gonna. I've already told everyone just use the water out of the other thing because that's cold too.
Right.
Don't need to do it out of the refrigerator,
All right.
and maybe it'll last a little longer.
Maybe.
Maybe if I can get that to go 8 months, then it'll be not so bad.
I know my washing machine lasts a lot longer because the last one I bought didn't even last 5 years. Brand new washing machine, bought it brand new. It lasts 5 years, and then now the one I got going now is going on about almost that time. But even before it went out and had trouble, I was constantly having to take the back off and take a pick and clean all the calcium and all that out of it.
Yep, I've used. I bought one 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Used a stackable one, type one, and it went 4 years.
Yeah.
Just this past fall, it let go and quit working, and so I just bought another one used.
Yeah.
$100 each. And also,
And another thing I like, since I put that filter system on, I'm not having to change my faucets in my kitchen and my bathroom and the tub so much. You know what I'm saying? Because even my spigot had cat, not just yeah, it was horrible. Yeah. I had to go in there with a hammer, a little freaking Drewer's hammer. Click, 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 click. Yeah.
Thankfully, we didn't have that trouble, but it's just the water don't taste
Yeah,
good.
well, here
unless,
there's a lot of in this area. There's a lot of potassium. Something else. Oh, shit. Well, I know there's a lot of. I didn't even realize. You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But something else was in it. I forgot what he
So
said.
I guess Ken,
It was. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, is Ken streaming yet, or
I don't know. Let me pop over and look real quick. I'm sure he probably should be 6:30. Oh, she's a little early. No, not yet.
all right? I'll probably jump over there where he is.
All right.
Well, it's been 3 hours. 3 hours and
Yeah.
50 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a long one for me. It's been good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I normally I'd be on Udizzy's, but he gave it up. So
Yeah.
you know,
I know. I mean, I understood why you did it.
and why? So
Yeah.
the key would have been not. Well, I don't know. He says consistency is how you do it. So, and he's got a lot of
Yeah.
followers. So I guess I better follow what he's saying. But I
Yeah.
think for 4 years I'd want some time too.
Well, the other side of his life is kind of moving in places too, and he just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does that.
And when you get in certain parts of public, you can't be doing certain, you know.
Right. No.
Yep.
Turkey says bat. No, phone dying. You gotta plug it in.
Yeah.
They go a long time.
Oh yeah.
Forever.
Hey,
I,
I don't tell people. You
I'm
go to
wearing
jump
no
on your
watch.
phone.
I'm wearing my normal
Oh, yeah?
watch, but
Yeah.
I won this rig here, smartwatch.
Oh yeah.
I won it, and it's handy. It's handy if I'm driving. I can see where I'm going to use it is probably when I've got a bit of driving to do, and I'm the only one in the vehicle.
Right.
Because then I can go ahead and answer the call and just
I
talk
wish
on go ride down the road, and then
I got
got
one.
the
I
phone.
got about 30 watches and I only have one I can wear. And the only reason I can wear it is because it's a wind up. Batteries, I can't wear batteries. I kill them.
Kill the batteries, yeah.
Yep. And if it's not stainless steel back, it'll corrode.
Well, this here's a stainless steel band.
Yeah. But I mean, I drain batteries. I don't know what it is, man. I've had people buy me watches. I've bought all kind of different fancy batteries that supposed to do this and do that, and I get about 2 weeks out of them.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
The thing is, this has got the rubber or whatever it is.
Yeah, but you can change those.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to because I gotta have this kind. I gotta have the metal. because that stuff just irritates the heck out of my hand after a while. It did it with my other watches.
A doctor, and they gave me these when they ate the nose guards off.
Oh yeah.
See, they're completely
Wow.
gone. I mean, you can probably starting to pit the sides right here on the inside. It's starting to pit the metal. I have a high acid content in my blood.
Yep.
My doctor calls me the alien. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's why he told me next time. Yeah.
Stay with the plastics.
Yeah.
And I think
I hate those plastic lens, you know.
Well, yeah, I think with mine it eats the plastic. My body. I don't know. Seems like it.
It might. Yeah. They just said I have too high an acid content in my blood to wear anything metal, unless maybe I can get. Well, he said that or like stainless steel. Do you know what a frame glasses and stainless steel cost? Holy crap! They're proud of those things, man. Yeah.
I don't. I know that this claims that it's stainless steel. It seems to be. Or,
yeah, if it would, you would know because it'd start corroding like crazy.
Yeah, and that's fine, and gold is fine on me, but
yeah, I can't do gold. Gold turns green on me quick.
Gold,
you know, like my skin.
Gold, actual gold does.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can do like my ring right here. This ring right here is only 10%. You know, it's 10 karat gold. Because that's how I end up having to get. That's the only way I can have any kind of like goldish color band on me.
Yeah.
Usually, I have to wear silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
but
here,
gold, like if it's any like 18 karat or above that, my skin will turn freaking green as a green.
I'm not sure what that there is.
Yeah.
But that one don't bother my skin either.
Yeah. It might be some kind of alloy. Yeah.
And this I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that this was.
Like I said, this ring here got more nickel in it than anything.
This one is stainless. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah, that's stainless. I can tell by that. Yeah.
Yeah. And stainless with diamonds, but anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's like this here. This here is like 10 karat gold, and the rest of it's nickel. You know, so
those are okay. But you put copper around, and nope.
Yeah.
Turn green.
Yeah.
I'll turn green before the noontime.
My friend of mine, I was telling about the way I sweat and stuff. He says, "There's no way." He had a piece of copper, a sheet of copper, brand new. I wiped my forehead like this, and I went just like that on the copper plate, and just a handprint, and left it. A couple days later, you can see my handprint. You know, it done just started distorting the color, and he's like, "Stay away from my copper, you freaking alien." Hey, Lisa. Yeah.
Hey, Lisa.
I think it was about 3 or 4 days later. He said, "Bro, that's freaky." He said, "I come in the shop, turn the light, and the first thing I see is your handprint in the middle of that shiny sheet of copper."
That's funny. Too funny.
I said, "I'll roll on."
Right. Yeah. You first impressions. Yeah, we can do it.
I told my buddy years ago, if I would have known how bad my sweat was, those times when I was doing concrete work and I'd pour that sweat out of my boot, I'd been bottling it and selling it as a fast aging agent for copper and stuff.
Right.
You know, as a patina spray.
Yeah.
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 So I could have made some money, man. $15 a bottle for 4 ounces. And I can literally say I put a lot of sweat and tears in that.
So yeah, I had mentioned earlier some things that I was gonna do, and
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. You probably haven't seen that. I don't know. There's
Oh,
there's one of them. I dug them out. I found my Engage stuff.
yeah.
So
There you go.
I just got to figure out now what I want
Yeah.
for
Layout for your layout. Yeah.
and then I got to get the money to get the DCC equipment because I don't want to do it in DC this time around.
Yeah.
I had it DC.
Yeah, but you want to be able to have sound and all that too.
I
So.
don't want the sound. I like the smoke. I want all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what I've been spending a lot of time looking at different videos of different
Yeah.
DCC stuff and different layouts and
Well, that's like my oldest grandson. His mama bought him a gun that made a couple noise when you pull the trigger, and he started. Well, this thing only makes 2 sounds. I said, "Hell, you're lucky." I went and dug up my old little gun. You remember the guns with the pop caps? You stick in, you pull the deal, and it boom.
yeah.
I said, "This is what your grandpa had to play with." I said, "Here, complain about that."
Yeah.
You know, it's just like a red string coming off the bottom of the gun, and it had a little deal. You stuck it in, and you pulled out the deal, and boom, that's all you got. Boom.
Yep.
Basically, you're popping the cork out of the end of an air tube.
Yeah. Just well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, that's no fun." I said, "Well, yeah, just imagine having to play with that. At least that one got batteries in it and it makes 2 sounds. And it's got lights on it."
Right. Yeah. It's more than what they used to have.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, he's a gunsmith,
Yeah.
and he had a cannon, a black
Yeah.
powder cannon. I
Yeah.
thought it was pretty cool. He said, "Well, I'll make you one." I said, "Okay." He did. He took about a 5/8 inch stainless steel piece of pipe, made the frame to hold it look like a cannon frame,
Right.
and he tapped it, threaded it on the end, and then drilled and pinned it and put a plug in the end and drilled a little size for the fuse to go in on the end. And you down the breech, load it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I put 180 grain in that thing. And I touched that thing on, and I just used grass to
Yeah.
for
For a
water.
bit. Yeah.
It shot that grass 50 feet, and it sounded like a big cannon. Oh, boom!
Yeah. Yeah.
The neighbors are, "What the hell are you doing?"
I was like my neighbor. He made a cannon out of an old acetylene cylinder. Okay. And he had one just big enough to put them little small bowling balls in it for like lawn bowling.
Yeah.
Only thing is, he forgot one critical detail when he was building it. What's the main thing you put around the cylinder when you're building a cannon? Think about it. Ribs.
On the end.
Well, no, certain spots down the barrel, you put ribs. You
Yeah.
put steel band ribs on it, stronger than the steel you got for expansion.
Yeah.
To help it keep it from completely just whacking out.
Yeah.
First, he didn't. He just left it slick. He loaded that thing the first shot, pulled it. When he did, it flared out. It was almost like the cartoons.
Oh my God.
I laugh my ass off. I mean, people don't realize stuff in real life looks just like they did it on the cartoon. The metal's all rolled back, black powder everywhere.
The one I got don't have them on it either, but you know what? It holds it.
Yeah, well, yeah, but if you use the strong
real
metal, but I'm talking about he used one of those, the big tall selling cylinders, and they're tough, but not no cannon tough. You know what I'm
They're probably not thick either, too thick.
No. So the next time he did one, he put 6 of them on there, and it held because you had something to let it expand, but it said, okay, as far as you're going. Yeah.
This one's, I don't know. I don't have it right here. I don't even know where it is right now. It's probably in the camper.
Yeah.
But it's like the double thickness of the rim of the bottle cap.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was funny though, because when he finally got it right, and put the ribs on it like I told him to, he shot it, and he had this old building out in his backyard, and he thought it was just going to make a hole in it. He didn't know it was going to, because I told him you got to realize that's a wooden ball with Formica over it, and with that kind of inertia, when they hit the building disintegrated. Because I said, think about a real cannon ain't nothing but a big metal ball. Look at the damage that thing does when it hits.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. I said, it ain't got nothing to do with a bomb. It's an inertia, man.
Right.
Yeah. You take a 50-pound steel ball coming at you at 600 miles an hour.
And say hi.
Well, I'm going to be winding down in the middle of the bed anyway, so I can spend a little time.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Say hello. My friend Melinda.
I might jump off here soon anyway, Mike, because Ken will be going off soon.
Yeah, he's going to be going up, and I'll probably join in at some point. But
I'll see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
but
We'll go do what you got to do, man. I'll go ahead and jump down anyway. I need to go do something.
a few minutes.
All right.
Yeah, I got a few minutes. We'll go a little bit.
All right.
On yet, is he?
No, I'm still waiting. I don't see anything.
All right. I got a few minutes. But,
Yeah, that's why I was telling these kids around here, man. I said, I feel sorry for y'all. I said, why? Because y'all ain't even done half of what I done when I was a child. And I mean, don't get me wrong, some of it was some crazy. I even to this day go, it's a wonder I'm still alive. But the thing is, I have the memories, Yeah, these kids have no memories because all they know is school, video games.
Yeah, what's on the phone?
Or on the phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
when that goes, they're going to be inheriting.
well, it's not even that. I got these young guys driving around here can't even check their own oil in their car.
Wow.
I don't know about you. Before I even got my license or my first car, I was tearing them apart and redoing them. You know what I'm talking about? And these guys have no question because most of their dads are welders and machinists.
Back then, I might have, but I won't now because everything's so computerized.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, when I was growing up, my dad was a machinist too. And when he went outside to do something, work on something, weld on something, guess who was right behind him?
Yeah.
Me. Because my dad would be like, boy, hand me that. Here, you come weld this. I'm going to show you how to weld. I'm going to show you how to do this.
Yeah. With me, it was,
And don't get me wrong. I don't blame it all on the kids. I blame it on the parents too, because the parents don't make, hey, boy, get your ass out here and get some tools.
right.
I'm going to show you how to, earn something.
With me, though, it was not my father; it was my grandfather, and
Right.
his big thing was woodworking.
Yeah.
So I picked up a lot of that.
Yeah. Well, my father was a machinist, a welder, and everything. But, he wasn't my father. Let me get this straight. Because my real dad, he's one of them disappearing acts. But I had a stepdad that, to me, as far as I'm concerned, that was my father. That's the only father I ever knew. Yeah.
I had a good father. He just was into work and did his thing and went to work and came home and
That was it. Yeah.
Went to bed and got up and went to work and kept us fed and everything. But
Oh yeah. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these dads I see, they're doing the same thing. They, they're keeping their family going, but they're losing that part of, the old tradition of handing it down.
it's not like we didn't have some, time together. But
Yeah. Right.
most time that I had was with my grandfather.
Yeah. Well, that's me too.
And I was lucky because I had him right up until I was like 21.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
So
both,
very
well,
yeah.
both my grandfathers. I had one lived to 97, and the other one lived to 105. So I had plenty of time with both of them. So
Mine was 92 and 3 months.
Yeah.
When he passed.
like I said, one was a machinist and welder, and the other one was a coal miner. Used to be a coal miner, and then he went from coal mining to electrician. Which, that's pretty much what he did at the coal mine too. He was an electrician for the coal mine.
He was retired for almost pretty much all of my childhood.
Yeah,
My grandfather was.
that's the way both of mine were. So they had plenty of time to give you attention.
Yeah. When he came from Canada.
Yeah.
And we came over here, he was 13 years old.
Yeah.
And he worked driving a team of horses up in the woods, hauling wood out.
Yeah.
And
well, my grandfather did, because when he first, I'm talking about great down, down the road grandfather. When he first come to the United States from Ireland, he married a Lakota Indian. Then first he moved to the Utah area, and then he went from Utah to Oregon, and then from Oregon to Canada, and then his youngest son eventually came back to the States, But for a long time, he was up in Canada too. Yeah.
Yeah. Mine came over when he was 13, but he never gave up his Canadian citizenship.
Right.
And
he helped build a school up there. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was a school of Lakota Indian, St. Joseph.
Joseph's Indian School.
Yeah. He helped
to them.
Yeah. My great, way back down the line, he helped build that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've donated. My mother still donates
To St. Joseph Indians. Yep.
And it's great.
Yeah.
Love to do that. And but my grandfather, when he retired from Hollingsworth. He retired from Scott Paper, but he worked for Hollingsworth and Whitney. And Scott Paper bought him out 3 days before he retired. So he worked 3 days for Scott Paper too. He ended up with two retirements actually that way.
Yeah.
It's funny how that worked out, but his job was watchman, and he used to walk across what they call the 2-cent bridge in Waterville.
Well, that's why my grandfather, was it my dad's side or my mom's side? His uncle, that's on my mom's side. I had to stop and think. He had 2 retirements too. He had retirement from the coal mine. He also had a retirement from Exxon.
Yeah.
Because he retired for a little while, and then he was like, "Oh, hell with this." He went back to work.
My
Of course,
father,
back then, that's when you could retire at 50 years of age. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, my father got 2 as well.
Yeah.
And they both was actually government because he got a little bit of pension from military service.
Yeah.
Because he was in 2 branches.
You said that accurate a little bit.
Yeah, but he got full pension from the railroad, a good one.
Yeah.
And that was actually a dual pension as well because of Social Security as well with it.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's kind of like almost getting 3 things, but
Right. Hey, yeah. So I told my uncle, man, he's been drawing. So I said, you can be drawn from the VA too, right? He goes, no. I said, man, you earned it. Draw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put an extra 500, almost $500 in his income. You know,
Yeah.
I was like, dude, use it. I mean, he's back from Vietnam. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, use it, man. What the hell's wrong with you?
Right on. Yeah.
I said, if you don't use it, they'll spend it for you.
That's true.
Yep.
I don't know what I'll get. I'll get something, but
Yeah.
this is not much.
Yeah.
4 years finished out as EE5. So
I'm gonna tell you this: much as I don't like praising anybody, you'll get a lot more than you would have gotten thanks to somebody. Because he signed away a lot of them regulations they had choking that stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, it was sad. People wonder why there were so many vets living. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of vets put themselves on the street, but there's a lot of them that didn't have a choice because they didn't have nowhere else to turn to.
right. Yeah.
So, yeah, he has done a lot of that shit, man.
There's one up here that's he was on the street, and
Yeah.
boss kind of helped him out, and a few other people have helped him out, and now he's not, and I'm glad.
Well, that old saying, you can't help everybody.
No,
And a lot of people don't want help. That's the whole problem. They don't want to be helped. They're happy where they're at.
oh yeah, but it was good that helped. This guy was willing to take the help, and
Well, yeah, if you're on the streets,
well, I think he did mostly for his dogs.
right.
He's got two beautiful Alaskan Malamutes
Yeah.
or Huskies. I think they.
Yeah.
And there's a beautiful dogs he's got.
Mm-hmm.
He had a car, he was in a whole bunch of trouble, and he came into the shop and
Yeah. That's the way my uncle was, man. He had this.
my boss ended up selling him another vehicle really cheap because the one he had, they tried to fix it 5 times and couldn't.
Yeah.
It was just a lemon. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it wasn't something that they had sold. It was something somebody else had sold him. But they did. They took him out.
Well, it's like it reminds me of in fact, I had a guy, he cusses me out all the time, but I knew what was wrong with him. You remember the Chrysler Seabrings?
Yeah.
I had one of them that had, the famous water pump in with the timing gear. And people didn't realize the way they designed those water pumps between 60 to 68,000 miles, they failed.
Yeah.
As soon as they failed, they pump water straight into your oil, into your crankcase. But see, I knew that ahead of time when I had the one I had, and so right at the 60,000 mark, I changed the water pump.
Yeah.
And I had got it so routine down, I knew exactly what tool to use, to make it quick. And I put 380,000 miles on that engine.
Wow.
But every 60 to 68, I changed the damn water pump, regardless if it was leaking or not. And a lot of times it was leaking because you can check your oil and you can see it starting to film up a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but people's like, man, I've had those cars and they died right at 68,000 miles. I said, because you didn't change the water pump.
I think the vehicle I got right now, I got the 2003 Dodge.
Yeah.
I think I probably put the most money into that of all of the ones I've ever owned.
Well, see, let me tell you, I like Dodges. I'm a Dodge guy. I'm a Dodge guy myself because I have a Dodge myself. I drive a Dodge Ram 1500, but mine's a 96. And it's got the 360 Magnum, none of that Hemi shit. But even on the Magnums, if you remember the 360s, had the intake plenum gasket that liked to fail. I changed that right off the bat, and I got rid of that steel plate and had a 1/4-inch aluminum plate made for it. That way, it's aluminum on aluminum. Yeah, but yeah, it just from two. And I tell people, I don't care if it's Chevy, Ford, or Dodge. Between 2000 and 2008, when they were doing all that, oh, we're going broke, and you remember we had the government bail them out.
Yeah.
Well, between 2000 to 2008, and some of them into 2009, they were using the cheapest shit they could buy. So they were doomed. They were basically by design doomed not because of the design, the material they use. She's got an 09 Chevy Impala from the headlights to the trunk I had to rewire it, and I'm gonna tell you why. The wire would look like a thick wire. You could cut it, look in the middle. When you braided wire, you get that little one sliver piece. That was copper inside of it.
Holy smokes.
And then, like on the shifter, they had 3 cables that came up. Like I had to go on the shifter for the lock, where you hit the brakes and it unlocks it to where you can shift. Those cables was the same wire, and like you got a curve in it, and it's got a flow when you're going from drive to reverse, neutral, whatever. Well, you think about that wire that thin inside that much plastic or rubber, and you're sitting there doing this back and forth over a few years. What's going to happen to that little skinny wire in the middle?
Yep, it'll break eventually.
Yeah, and then pull apart when it gets cold.
Yeah.
When it was hot outside, the car worked fine. When it got cold, half the shit, the dash would go. You'd be driving down the road and
Well, that's GM product.
yeah, it was GM, General Motors.
We got one like that.
Yep.
2004 Envoy, and it's.
Yep.
I went out the other night when it was real cold.
Yep.
I didn't have no dash. I didn't have no gauges, nothing.
But when it warms up, you got it.
But then I guess it comes on. It never came on.
Well, what it is, that wire's broke inside because it's so thin. And then when the thing gets cold, it pulls apart. And you got a gap. Then it heats up, touches again.
Hello, Nora.
Yep. Hey, Nora. But yeah, I eventually, for 3 months, that car was parked in the driveway, and I was running wires and shit out. I bought real heavy gauge wire that I knew was real wire, and I basically had to rewire the damn wiring loom and put it back in the vehicle just to get it running. And just a few weeks ago, I finally did the very front cap because I didn't do that because I'd have headlights coming and going.
Yeah.
And I get in there and wiggle wire and come back on. I was like, I'm changing that too.
Yeah.
So that car has been completely a 2009 Impala has been rewired from the front to the bumper, back bumper, rewired completely.
I've got to do the back door on the driver's side on my truck. I got to do the wire in there because it's all broke.
Yeah. Well, that's like they had a recall on the airbag in there, and I had to take it to the dealer because it was a free swap out for the airbag.
Yeah.
Well, the guy at the shop says, he come back and he says, "Can you come here for a minute?" And I said, "Okay." And I went there and he says, "This is not GM's wiring." I said, "No, that's my wiring." I said, "All the ends are correct to whatever you're hooking up to it, but from that connector to the next connector is my wire that I bought that I know it had more than one strand of freaking copper in it."
I'm doing good, Nora. Doing good. Yeah.
Well, yeah. It freaked him out because he took that airbag out and he's looking in there and he's probably looking at his schematic going, "What the hell?" Because my wire was green, yellow, and red. That was it.
Yeah.
And I had tags on everything because I knew, if I trace it out, run it, zip tie it together.
Yeah. No like the purples and this and that. Yeah.
Yeah. There wasn't no blue with a white line. It was either red, green, or yellow.
Right. Yeah. And then the other thing that I have to do.
Yeah.
Spring is not the door is. I can live with it, but anyway.
Yeah.
The plenum. I got to take the whole dash out of that dang thing and cut that stupid piece of metal out in the dash.
Yeah.
So I can get it to blend door.
Oh yeah, because it's got one of them electric blenders.
Yeah, I've got no. It's cold air on my side.
Yeah, because the blend door is not operating.
Yeah.
You get the clicking sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even have the clicking sound. It just.
It's gone. Yeah, it's gone. Hey, do you a favor. Do like you did to mine. I went back to the old cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a choke cable, but hey, it works.
What happens if you take the blend door right out?
Huh?
If the blend door is right out, you're gonna get air.
No. I took that little electric motor piece of shit off, and there's a little deal goes in the center.
Yeah.
And the shaft of the motor itself, I took off and I welded a deal in to where I could put it back in there, and it stuck out. And I drilled a hole through that and put the cable through it and put a crimp nut on it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I borrowed a friend of mine's crimp tool and crimped the end on it like you would a lawnmower deal.
Yeah. Cool.
And it just enough when you pull on it, it flips it up to hot, and then you push it back in, it flips it down the cold. Like you remember the old school days when you had the levers, you boom, boom.
Yeah, right.
This is in and out, and still left and right.
Right. Right. Cool.
Yeah. Hey, it works. It works.
And that must be in the cold position, or I don't know, whatever it is.
When it's up, you're blowing across the heat. When it's down, it blows across the cool. Yeah.
So that's the air conditioner or heater.
Right.
And I took the air conditioner out because I've had 2 air compressor pumps go to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, hell with that. I'm leaving it out this time.
Yeah.
Don't need it. And it's not that hot up here. I can run the windows down and go 100 miles an hour and get air conditioning.
The old truck, not this one, but the one before it, I had air conditioner freeze your ass out of it. It was a Ford pickup.
Yeah.
The compressor in it came out of a Toyota.
Wow.
I had to weld a bracket to hold it, and it came out of a freaking Toyota, and it worked great.
Cool.
Yeah. In fact, the guy still owns the truck. He said that air conditioner still frees your ass out of the truck. But it came out of a Toyota Tundra.
Yeah.
The compressor did.
But I will say this. I think Dodge is the only one out there that their trucks have 4-wheel disc brake.
Right. Yep.
And I don't want drum brakes.
Nope.
I don't like them. Can't work on them.
Yeah, even my 96, there was a kit I bought for like $180 that converted the back end from drums to disc. 168. I mean, it would have cost more than that, but I bought it and put it in myself. It was $168. And it was so damn easy. I was like, and I was gonna pay, because if I would have let them do it, it was gonna be almost like another $400 something in labor.
Pleiadian, hello.
Hey Tim, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry.
Oh, you fine. It takes time sometimes, man. Once I get to know somebody's name, it sticks in my head like.
It don't work for me that way. Give me a couple years, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, names and numbers. I can't. It's once I hear a name or number, it's like
numbers. I'm good, but names I'm terrible.
It's like there was 2 women in the store one time. One was trying to give the other one her phone number, and she already said it like 7 times. And the lady asked for the 8th time. I turned around and gave it to her. The other one was like, I said, trust me, I won't call you. It's just when I hear numbers and names, it's just kind of like glue sticking to my brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, hell, I can't hardly remember my number that good. And you heard me just a few times and said it like you've been knowing it all your life. And I said, well, because you shouted it 7 freaking times.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, look, lady, write it down. 317. Jesus.
I see a little buddy over there.
Yep.
Ferret.
Oh, yeah. Maximilian. Yeah.
Maximilian. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
He just got done chow. Now he's watering himself. He's Everything's a trip. Ferrets are a trip.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
There's a lady that was in the apartments that had a set.
Yeah. He kicks me though, because when he's drinking his water, he'll paw at the deal and drink a little bit and paw at it and drip. And I go, buddy, you can paw at it all you want. It's only gonna come out one speed. You know, he acts like he paw at it, it'll come out
Right.
faster.
It can go faster, but it's not going.
You know? I'm like, you gotta lick faster if you want water faster.
Yeah, Tim, I
I used to try to put a bow in there. I even had a attached bow because the loose bow he'd flip. So I got one of them, you know, it screws in the cage where you can't flip it. But then he'd get in it and just sling it all over the place, like a bird in a bird bath does. So I finally had to buy him the bottle with the little, where he's got to lick it to get it. And I'm like, he's like, why don't you put a regular water bowl in there? I said, he makes a bathhouse out of it, and there's a freaking mess all over the bottom, his mulch and on the floor. No. Yeah. And he loves baths. I can stick him in a tub and he swims around it like he's in a lake or something. I'm like, weirdo.
That is awesome.
Yeah. When he gets in the water, he reminds me of those we call them creatures that like to live in the water, otters.
Yeah.
It reminds me of an otter when he's in the water. Because he'll get comfortable sometimes and do on the back deal. I say you look like a freaking miniature otter. Yeah.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah.
I got an echo going. Oh.
Mm-hmm. I didn't hear any.
Hey, Google, you didn't fire it, did you?
It was me. I farted. It definitely wasn't someone else in the room.
Hey, Google, what does a fart sound like? Hey, Google, what does a fart sound like?
This is a red fox.
I don't say red fox.
Say fart, sucker, fart.
Hey, Google, did you break wind?
There's Ken.
I don't
Oh,
smell
Ken went live? All right, Ken just went live, Mike.
All right.
All right, I'll holler at y'all later. Bye, everybody. Later, Tim.
All right. Take it easy.
See y'all over there. If not, see you later.
Yeah. Well, everybody, it's been great. Thanks for coming in here. I'm gonna hop on out of here. It's been, going on 4 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna get going too, and I probably might see you over at Ken's stream in a little bit. I got some company here that's been here, and I gotta go spend a little bit of time with them and before they leave. See you all over there. So, and thanks for coming, and we'll see you next Saturday maybe. How's that? Same time, 4:30 Eastern time. Gonna try that for a while on the Saturday, see how it goes. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Be safe. Peace.